Let's get started then. Welcome to the stream, everybody. My name is Green Leader, and tonight we're continuing on with Dragon Age Origins. We're going to be running some side quests. Yesterday, we had just finished off the Dwarven main quest and finished off some of the side quests in Orzammar. Did a whole bunch of administrative stuff in terms of like handing out gifts to all my team members. And then essentially prepped by making a whole bunch of potions for the next round of quests. So yeah, we're basically setting up for tonight. And so tonight we're going to be doing a whole bunch of side quests. Hey, Alien King, how you doing, man? Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday evening. I keep forgetting what damn day it is. So, but how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. What you been up to? But yeah, so we're going to be doing a whole bunch of side quests today, including I'm hoping to get done the quest for Morgan, where we go and kill her adoptive mother, who's actually the Witch of the Wild, who's probably going to try and take over her body. So, yeah. So we're trying to save Morgan from her evil adoptive mother. Be Knight. Nice. Div 2 is back in full swing. Nice, nice. How is that going? Was there a new DLC? Like, what actually happened? Also, there's apparently a big sale going on right now. I do wonder if Ubisoft is doing that as well. So, I don't know. Did you get that through Steam, or do you have that through the Ubisoft launcher? I'm curious. New season and new gear. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by new season. Is that like a PvP specific thing, or is that like just bugger off? In fact, we'll just start actually loading in the meantime. Anyway, is that PvP, or is that like just the game in general? Like there's a whole bunch of new enemies and whatnot. I'm curious about that. I see. New manhunt, new enemies. I see. Very cool. Very, very cool. That's awesome. I know you enjoy the Div 2, so it's cool to see you back in there again. I do need it. I've been thinking of picking up on sale, because I think it's probably on sale. Would be my guess. I know for hold on. So, like, for instance, I know Ubisoft is having a huge sale right now on Steam. Yeah, the Division 2 right now on Steam is going for $8.99. It's kind of ridiculous. So that is very interesting, and it's going on for like the next. Yeah, probably going on for the next 2 days. So, yeah. Yes, get on PC and we can have a ball getting you caught up. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would need to do. I would have to catch up with my... That's why there should be cross-save. There absolutely needs to be cross-save with Division 2. So... But yeah. Anywho, yeah, I might actually pick that up. I'll have to check it on the Ubisoft launcher as well, but yeah, that certainly would be fun. What's the size on that, actually? 77 gigs? It's kind of big. I got space for it, but it is kind of big. So, you know, I know you... Dude, I still need to get Fallout 76 as well. Because I know you've been playing that as well, and it would be nice to get that and play that with you guys as well. So. Okay, let's go ahead and just get straight into it, shall we? Here we go. We're gonna talk to the teammates. We've increased our relationship with all of them, and I'm curious to see if they're gonna if they are going to go and give me some side quests as well, some companion quests. So we'll see. Don't forget Wony. What's Wony? W-O-N-Y? I don't know what that means. Is it... I'm not sure what that means. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it's a joke. I'm sorry. Oh, Warlands of New York. Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. What I will get is I'll get the edition that has both the main game and Warlords of New York. So whichever one gets me both is what I would do. So, yeah. Absolutely. It's been a while since I played that game. Okay, anywho. Let's talk to Alister quickly.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I have something to ask.
He does have
Chances
something
are
to
we'll be heading to Denerim soon.
Yes.
And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
Oh, you have a friend outside the Grey Wardens.
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister.
What?
A half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter.
Right.
Only I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Nice. Is the dog in the game or in your house? It is in the game. It is in the game. It is not my dog that is barking. I have 2 dogs in my house, but none of them are barking right now. So it is. There's a dog in the game, and he likes to make a big noise. So I do apologize about that. But it's in the game. Not. I can't do anything about shutting him up. I'm sorry. Have you contacted her?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostergar, and I never got the chance.
Right.
She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything,
and this is part of the reason why
I chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
What are you expecting she'll do?
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her except her name and where she lives. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
It is worth a look. Well, we'll do that. See, and this is part. So last night I was handing out gifts to all of my team members to try and get their, well, not to just try and improve my relationship with all of them, right? Because as you can see here in the settings screen for all of the characters, there's a little relationship bar down at the bottom, like how much they like you and how much they don't like you, right? And so when you get to a certain point, you can actually start getting companion side quests, which are like the companion missions in Mass Effect, where once you complete them, you end up improving your relationship further and gain a certain amount of loyalty from them, which I think helps to improve your odds of of all your characters surviving. So, yeah. So we just got Alister's mission. Let's see if we can't talk to Sten and see if he's got one.
Am I annoying yet?
The bot taking a breath's pretty great. Nice. How's your night going, Original G? Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime resub. I really do appreciate it. 44 months on a 2-month streak. Thank you so much for all that support. I really do appreciate it. How is your night going? What are you doing? What are you playing? Hoping you're having a fine Tuesday evening, sir. Hey, Original G. How you doing, man? That wasn't too bad. I've had much worse.
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is
G with the glee, correct. Callow. You thought I was callow?
You sound surprised. You must have heard this before. You'll get over it. Eventually.
So will you tell me why you were in that cage?
I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Aye, that's true. And what do you mean by a weak mind?
That is complicated. I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the darkspawn.
Wow.
I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
Interesting. Did you add a new light, man? You look brighter. I don't think so. So like so I have a ring light and I've got a little side lamp. The ring light I've had for a while now, but just for whatever reason, it's just super bright tonight. I don't know why. So I can turn it down if it's too bright. I can turn it down. Doing well, learning some new skills about blackjack since I'm off for the week. Nice, very nice. He's always been bright. He's always been a bright young man. Yes, indeed. It looks better. Okay, okay, cool, cool. If it looks better, I'm here for it. Much appreciated, G. By the way, you're off for a week? That's awesome, man. Are you, like, are you off from school for a week? Are you off from, running as a Uber driver? Like, what's going on that you're off for the week? I'm back to this. What happened to the other Kinari?
I am told no others survived. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke, I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
What'd you do?
I searched for it, and when that failed, I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
Did the farmers know where it was?
They said they found me with nothing.
Not really? What do you mean, not really? Not really that you're off from school or from work, or... Hold on. My car got into a bumper accident, and my insurance company are being assholes, and I'm just sitting here waiting. Yep, I know what that means. I know what that's like, trust me. I know what that's like. Yeah, I got into a minor fender bender when I was like 17, and then I got into a no, that wasn't it. I got into like 2 relatively bad accidents when I was 19 and then like 20, and the insurance company had essentially hiked up the prices. And I couldn't afford to drive myself for, I think it was like 9 months before one of the accidents got off my record. And so they were, essentially it was just too expensive to buy the insurance. So I just didn't drive for those 9 months. My folks had to drive me everywhere. It was frustrating, to say the least. So I understand what it's like to deal with the insurance companies, particularly as, like, for me, like, both accidents, I was the one being hit, and yet somehow I got the blame, particularly for the one. Like, I got hit pretty bad for the blame. So it's almost been a week, and I'm still waiting for them to approve the repair. Oh man, that sucks, dude. That really sucks. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Like, how bad, like, is the car not drivable? You said it was a bumper accident, right? Or can you not have any blemishes on the car in order to drive for Uber? And to be fair, I don't know how any of that stuff works with the Uber and whatnot, so. The car is drivable, so then it's got to be a rule for Uber or whatever, that you can't have any sort of, like, you know, broken, because I know that there's certain, I can drive it because the insurance, I see, because it's just, the insurance won't let you, I see, until they fix it. Okay, that's interesting. Weird. Did you believe them?
I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
Whoa. You panicked over a lost blade.
That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Couldn't you search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Where did you fight the Darkspawn?
Near Lake Callanhad.
Well, don't worry, we'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
Well, we'll work on it. Mine as well. I mean, if we're gonna get these companion quests, I want them in tip-top fighting condition when we are... Because I know we're pretty close. We're pretty close to the end game. So...
I've
see what we can
a question, if I may.
Right, go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Ew. You could go if you wanted.
Could I? And what if I didn't wish to leave?
Why wouldn't you go? Why wouldn't you go if you had the chance?
How should I know? I cannot see the future. What if I liked it here? What if we became fond of each other? Stranger things have happened.
I could use a friend, perhaps.
See? I have a tendency to grow on others. You'll see. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Aye.
Something I can help with?
I wanted to see if she had another quest, but apparently not.
What's on your mind?
I just wanted to see if anything... Yes, absolutely, I'm gonna friend zone him. Sorry, I'm sorry, Zev. You're just not, you're just not my type.
There you are. Wanted to talk to you.
What about?
You and I, you know how sometimes you spend time with people and things.
Why is that an option? I literally just met him recently. I don't know. First of all, I know, right? It's another person like, no. Sorry, Oghren, you're not my type. Take your time, what is it?
I was thinking, I do know some people out here on the surface. A person, actually. A girl I knew in Orzammar. Before I left, obviously.
Obviously. Who is she? Oh. Let's do this one. A girl you knew, or a girl you knew?
What? Oh, you mean where we were running?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, aye. After Bronca left for the deep roads. Name's Felsi. She was a fiery one. I'm sure she's forgiven me by now. Thought maybe I'd track her down, see how she's been living.
Do you know how to find her?
I tried to look her up the last time we were at Lake Callanhad. She wasn't at work at the inn. At home with her sick mother, they said. I figured it was just the ancestors telling me something. But I keep thinking about her.
Well, we can go back.
Well, and a good friend you are, Warden. I'll think about you if we ever... No, actually, that would be gross.
That would be gross.
What was it you wanted to say?
No, I just wanted to check in with you.
Aye, all right then.
Yeah, I don't know what vibes I'm giving off. Like, just those are the options that the game is giving me, and I don't like it. So, I mean, yeah. I haven't so you can romance people in the game, you know, just like you can in Mass Effect. And I was thinking of romancing Liliana, but there hasn't really been many options. Morgan is also the other option for me. But I just keep pissing her off all the time, so I mean, I don't know. But at least, so we got 1, 2, 3? Did I get, hold on, did I get a quest from Zev or not? So Alister, this one's for Sten, and that one is for Oghren. So no, Zev didn't give me one either. He's essentially saying, what can I do after this is over? So I assume he's just looking for options here, so. Hey, Priest, how's it going, man? Okay, so we are all done here now. We are gonna head out. And I'm thinking we're gonna go Sten, yes. Morgan, and
yes.
Let's Sten, Morgan, and win. Get the healer, get the magic damage, get Sten, and then we're gonna go out to Lake Galahad. I think that's where it was. See if we can't try and find some information on girl that Ogren's looking for, and see if we can't find the sword. But how's your night going, Priest? Hope you're doing well. What you up to, man? I should have saved. I absolutely should have saved. I forgot to save. The cinematic opening to this. Okay. Hello? The hell's this?
Darkspawn, slay them all.
You know, shit.
Yes. I go.
Morgan?
I shall do it.
Okay, let's go. Not miss. Oh my gosh. At least he just did a whole bunch of damage to his own people.
Wipe them out.
Come on. Warcry. Yeah, look at that knockback. What the?
Your orders?
Yeah, I need you to take a Lyrium potion, please. Sten, what the hell are you doing that you're... Oh my gosh. I should have saved. I absolutely should have saved. I don't know if I'm supposed to take,
As you wish.
Why are you moving? Oh gosh. Heal on Sten, please.
Where do I go? Yes?
Sten, please also take a health potion as well. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna just turn down the audio just a smidge. Actually, I'm gonna do it here. I just feel like it got a little loud.
Yes. As you say.
Okay, who is still... Okay.
And I'm on.
That guy's down. He's still alive? What is happening? What?
Saving the day.
Why is she stunned? I don't know.
Direct me.
Wynn, what are you doing?
Immediately.
Here I am. Going.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, whoa. And I'm on. All right.
Why? What happened with this fight, man? I don't get it.
Enough.
Okay, I'm nearly done here.
And I'm on. All right.
Okay, I'm running back. It looks like my team is still kind of alive. Besides the fact that Morgan's down, but that's another story. The hell was that?
That was interesting. And draining.
Indeed. What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me, so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
So you could kill yourself doing this?
Well, that's certainly conceivable. I suppose I shouldn't be using that particular trick to entertain children at parties.
Aye. Are you sure you control that thing? No, we'll do this one. I don't want you to you exerting yourself.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
That's kind of a crazy fight, actually. Let's pick up all the loot here. Largely gold, interestingly enough. I don't think there's anything else up here. Okay, we're gonna keep going.
Back
Hello.
off. I was here first.
Alright. You haven't seen a sword lying around here, have you?
Why, you looking to buy one?
Only if it's a canary blade.
A Q what?
It would probably be large and unwieldy.
Well, honestly, I don't have any swords. The spot was picked pretty clean when I got here. I got part of a glove the wolves didn't chew too badly, though. I think it was a glove, anyway. I know, don't say it. I got cheated. I knew the guy who was here before me. He sold me this spot. Said he found giants and all kind of crazy valuables. He didn't mention that he'd taken everything but the bones and the dirt already. His name's Ferrin. Squirrely little bastard, if you ask me. Which you didn't, but I said it anyway.
Aye. So where is he now?
He was going to Orzammar, he said. I imagine he's gotten there by now. If you find him, tell him I sent you. It'll scare the piss out of him. Ha!
All right. Hello?
Where's the tavern? Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good to see you again.
Also fine. We'll head into the bar here.
What are you looking at? Can a man drink 'em, please?
Oh, there's Valsy right here. And can I switch? Nope. How about now? Yes, I can. Good. Okay, so we're going to switch out Sten
Vashaden.
for Mr. Oghren. We'll head back in there.
There she is. I'm gonna go talk to her. Look, you gotta back me up here. Got it?
She's not a gunlock. You can handle her on your own.
You haven't met her, I take it.
Nope. How dangerous could she be? Maybe I should talk to her first?
Find out how much she misses old Oghren or who I have to kill, and then I'll go sweep her off her feet. That's me, Mr. Charm.
Oh my. Okay, in that case, we'll tell the party to hold position here. Steve Bloom, I believe that is the voice of Oghren. Pretty famous voice as well. Fine, I'll just look up his wiki page. Look for Dragon Age. Yep, correct. Oghren is in fact Steve Bloom. The Bloom or Blum? Yep, it is. Love him. Hey, he's a great voice actor. I've recognized his voice all over the damn place. Oh, he's Grunt. That's right, in Mass Effect 2. Who else has he been? I mean, he's done a lot of anime and video games. I mean, let's take a look at some of the animes. Some stuff that he was in Perfect Blue. He's in Cowboy. He was Spike. In Cowboy Bebop. Okay. He was in Big O. God, I should really pull that out so I can still see chat. Yep, Spike. Yep, exactly. So it is Bloom. Okay, good. Yeah, I thought it was Bloom, but my brain's like, maybe it is just Blum. I don't know. I've said more. I don't think the right way to say it. I've mispronounced names readily, so I mean, yeah. Literally every single clone trooper in Star Wars Rebels. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he was in Big O. He's in Rurouni Kenshin. Oh, he was one of the main villains in Rurouni Kenshin. Nice. The Shishio Makoto. I don't really know his name. He was just the dude who was constantly, he was wrapped up and he was constantly like berating cool old Kenshin. He was in Wolf's Rain, Zatch Bell, Samurai Champloo, Naruto. Oh, he was Orochimaru, Naruto? Oh, that makes so much sense. That he's got actually a pretty big range if that is in fact the case. That's awesome. The Marvel anime as Wolverine. That's right. He's He's done Wolverine quite a few times, if I remember correctly. Sword Art Online. He's done a lot of American animation as well. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Ben 10, Spectacular Spider-Man. Wolverine and the X-Men as Wolverine, yet again. Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Wolverine in the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Transformers Prime. In the Legend of Korra. So much stuff. Star Wars Rebels. So yeah, he's been in a lot of different things. And then of course all the different games such as Mass Effect. I believe he holds the record for most credited voice roles on IMDb. He's a huge range, but like Matt Mercer, they always just cast him as Steve Bloom. Yeah, right? Yep. In direct-to-video films. No. Video games, that's what I was looking for. Oh, he's in Star Wars X-Wing Alliance? It's an old game. Hell, his first video game recording was Full Throttle back in the day. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, Warcraft 3. He's in the Dot Hack series, which fun group of games right there. Warcraft 3, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. That's right, he was there. Just additional voices though. He didn't have like a main role. Call of Duty. Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. Doom 3. Call of Duty United Offensive. What the hell? Oh, it's an expansion pack, I see. X-Men Legends is Wolverine. Ace Combat 5. God of War is Ares. Wow. Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah, he's got so many credits to his name. Okay, time to actually get back to the game. Sorry, you got me a little sidetracked there. Okay, let's talk to Felsi quickly.
What can I get for you? And don't say mead. We ran out of that a week ago. And don't say rum, either. Ran out the day before yesterday. And don't say brandy.
When did you run out of brandy?
Oh, we haven't yet. It's just terrible. We got it from a shady Orlesian trader, and I think it might really be turpentine.
Felsi! I need tables clean, girl!
I've got a customer!
So what's a dwarf doing working in a bar in Lothering? Your name's Felsi? Let's do that one. Your name's Felsi?
Aye. Who wants to know?
Sorry, just don't see many dwarves these days.
You're not missing much. They say you forget the stone when you come to the surface, and they're right. Dwarves here are just shorter, handsomer humans. Well, I guess you might be missing out, come to think of it.
Are you gonna stay here with the Darkspawn coming?
I'm from Orzammar. Darkspawn attacks are like spring breezes there. I'll stay as long as the tavern's open.
You don't happen to know a fella named Oghren, do you?
Did you have to bring his name up? I just ate.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened between you two?
What happened? Is that a serious question? Have you met Oghren? He got drunk. Drunker than usual, even. Took off his pants and challenged a roast nug to a wrestling match at my father's funeral. He lost, by the way. The roast got him in an arm lock. He sat there crying for half an hour before someone pulled it off him.
That's amazing. Oh, that story is wonderful. I love it. Oh my gosh. How did he lose to a piece of meat?
It was a sodding good roast.
Felsi, what in Andraste's name are you doing? The tables, girl!
All right. I've got to get back to work.
Well, it's nice meeting you. I thought I told yous to Hold back. Alright. Move freely again. Nothing to talk about, Morgan.
Well, what did she say?
She isn't exactly forgiving you for the Nug incident.
Ah, that fight was rigged. Anyway, the guards said it wasn't worth pressing charges, so she's no call to hold a grudge. Did she say anything else?
Go get her.
Just be ready to pry her off when she throws herself at me. We don't want to make a scene here. Well, don't pry her off me too soon. I mean, a little scene's all right.
This is not going to end well for him.
Sure you're not a baker? Because you got a sodding nice set of buns.
Well, look what the Nug dragged in. I should have known you were in the neighborhood, by the stench. What are you doing here?
Just trying to kick back with a pint. Fighting Darkspawn's a lot of sodding work, you know?
You're fighting Darkspawn?
This man took on an army of golems almost single-handedly.
It was a bit of pain, but it was a personal favor for the King of Orzammar, you understand?
The whole surface to choose from, and you just happened to come to my tavern?
Well,
Tell her it's fate.
What? Oh, right. It's fate, Felsi. What can I say?
Fate? The ancestors must have a sense of humor then.
Sure they do. You've had a good look at Lady Helmy, haven't you? If her face isn't a joke the ancestors are playing, I'm a Bronto's behind.
So, Lady Helmy must be a paragon of beauty then.
Tell her you've been thinking of her.
I've been thinking about you, Felsi.
What do you want, Oghren?
Nothing. Just thought I'd see how you were doing is all. Well, maybe that and grease up the Bronto, if you know what I mean.
Ew, Oghren.
Well,
Really?
you've seen me. You'll have to go back to Orzammar for the Bronto.
Oh, sorry about the sneeze. Okay, here we go. We can't waste time here. The Queen's waiting for us.
Oh, the Queen needed a new fool, did she?
Oh, well, it's been fun, Felsi. But I better go.
Wait, you're leaving? You just got here. I haven't called you a shaft rat yet.
Well, you can't keep the archdemon waiting. You hurt its feelings, it might just turn the whole blight around and go home. Nobody wants that.
Well, you don't need to fight it right now, do you? I mean, you could have a pint first. You could call me a surly Bronto. I could tell you that you smell like nug droppings.
I'll tell you what, I got some things I gotta do, but I'll come back for that pint when things are settled. You frigid deep stalker.
Oh my.
But you better not keep me waiting, you worthless copper-plated sword cast.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Okay. They have an interesting, relationship, if you will. Is that what you were wanting, Oghren?
I still got it.
Yeah, sure you did. Wait, that was a success. Are you sure?
Weren't you watching? She could barely restrain herself. Might as well rest up while I can. You ready to go?
Aye. Let's go.
Aye. All right then.
Okay, and then we're gonna switch out to get rid of Oghren.
Thunder Humper.
Lovely. And then we're gonna get Sten back in the party. And then we're gonna head off to Orzammar. There we go. And I don't think he would be in the actual mines itself. It seems like he was just a regular dude. So hopefully he's just out there by the entrance. Let me look at the quest quickly. Sten's sword may be found in the hands of Farron, the scavenger who looted the battlefield, where the blade disappeared. Farron. There now. Is this Farron? That's Farron. There he is. Hello.
So, you're back, I see. What can I do for you?
You are Farron, right?
You've, heard of me?
Where is my sword?
I don't know what you mean, sir.
I'd give it to him if I were you, Farron.
I don't have it, I swear by Andraste's knickers. I sold it on the way here.
Who did you sell it to? Where is it now?
I sold it to a dwarf in Redcliffe, named Dwin.
If you're lying, you know we'll be back, right?
I'm not, I promise you.
We'll see.
Alright. Well, you said Redcliffe, right? Keep forgetting. Let's go to the map. I appreciate you going Irish with your dwarf instead of Scottish. Breaking the stereotypes. Yeah, I went Irish with the dwarf. And I'm trying to think of the reason why I did it, and I think it's just largely because I can do an Irish accent better than I can do the Scottish. But it just the Irish felt right. I don't know why. Just the Irish makes sense. And I suppose you're right. I mean, when did that actually start? Was it? Could it be Lord of the Rings, or have they been doing it since before the Lord of the Rings movie? Because it feels like that was sort of the beginning of that stereotype. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do appreciate you saying that, though. I assume it was Lord of the Rings. That's what I would think. I mean, that's the only thing that kind of makes sense. Because I know exactly what you're talking about with that stereotype, and it does feel like it was the Lord of the Rings that hit it off. And don't get me wrong, the guy who played Gimli in the Lord of the Rings did a phenomenal job, so... I don't remember what the dwarves sounded like in the Hobbit animated movie from the 70s. I don't think I've ever actually seen that myself. And holy crap, there's a mission over there. We'll get that in a second. I think Dwin was this way. Don't bother. I mean, I figure between The Hobbit and now, which was overextended and long, versus the weird 70s animated Lord of the Rings, I'll probably stick with the modern one, despite the fact that I hate how long it is. So, it's awful. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Go celebrate, or whatever you have to do.
I'm actually here for something else. I'm looking for a Kinari sword you may have bought.
Now, why would you be interested in that?
It's mine.
You know, Farron didn't mention the giant he took it from was alive.
Aye? Name your price.
6 sovereigns.
Fine.
That wasn't so hard, was it? It's in my strongbox. Here's the key. Now, why don't you leave me alone?
Sure. Where the hell is your strongbox? Ah, there we go. Sten's sword.
And done.
Boy, I just took the rest of your stuff. See ya. And the new Amazon show can go fuck itself too. Oh, I thought you would say that. Yeah, that show was not good. Like, not in any way, shape, and form. So I've not bothered seeing it. So keep in mind, most of my opinions comes from like all the different reviews of it. But man, everything that I've seen of it, it looks so bad. It was so bad. So, oh man, it's a fucking travesty. Yes, yes, it is.
You called.
Let's go.
As you wish.
So then what do I need to do at this point? Is it marked as a gift? It is marked as a gift. Hell yes. Okay, we give it to Sten. The actors are good, except for Elrond, but the writing is awful. Correct. I mean, I don't know if the actors are good, though. I mean, every single clip I've seen, it's either overacted or... yeah. And the fight choreography was not great, and yes, the writing was absolute dog shit. So, just watch the animated Hobbit scene with the dwarves, regular English accent, posh London. Really? Interesting. I watched the whole first season. Yeah. I couldn't, it just didn't look good. And nothing was really... Are you talking about Galadriel, the character was legit good before Amazon tried to come along and destroy her and make her out to... Instead of being, like, one of the greatest mages in all of elfdom, they turned her into, like, some sort of warrior girl? Like, that's not... No, that's not her. So... You're talking about the actress? I've not seen her or anything else, so, like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure she did the best she could with what they were giving her. So I don't really have any sort of opinion on whether or not she did a good job or not. But, I mean, just the writing was so bad for her. So, me neither, but if she was playing the real... Yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing. She was playing the real Galadriel. But, I mean, here's the other thing. She's so short. I mean, she's got the right coloring, right? She does look like Galadriel sort of in the face and the hair, right? They got the look down right. But the problem is she's, like, so much shorter than everybody else, whereas Galadriel she's an elf, and she's very tall, and by comparison, yeah. Care about spoilers? No, I've seen so many of the spoilers already, no, I don't care about spoilers. Generally, I don't care about spoilers anyway. My rule on no spoilers generally comes from trying not to piss off other people in the chat. But I mean, this is a show that's already been out for a while, and pretty much largely panned by most of the people who are legit care about the Lord of the Rings story, so... I was giving it the benefit of the doubt despite the obvious and bad writing. Yeah, there were a lot of people who did. And it is kind of funny how there were a lot more people defending it before the show came out, and then after the show came out, a lot of people went quiet real quick, so... yeah. But when they had Galadriel say Celeborn was dead, I almost... Yeah, I remember hearing about that. That was very stupid. Like... No, he's not dead. Celeborn is it Celeborn or Celeborn? I don't know, but no, Celeborn was not dead. Particularly at that time. No, Celeborn was still alive by the time the Third Age came around, right? I don't remember him. I thought he was still alive at that point. I don't know. Bizarre. In fact, he's in the Lord of the Rings movies themselves, right? Am I brain dead or something? Did I miss something? But I actually screamed and ranted and raged around my house. He's fucking... Exactly! I was right! He is in the Lord of the Rings movies! Tell me, where's Gandalf? I much desire to speak with him. Yes. Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they did. And I suppose that's sort of the thing, right? Like, they wanted to do their own thing with the story. And to be fair, like, what they're taking from is essentially excerpts from... encyclopedia style entries and like a catalog of like lore. Like, there wasn't really that much of a story pre-written by Tolkien about that stuff, if that kind of makes sense. So yeah, so they were trying to do their own thing with it. They were just very bad. So sad. Hey, hot dog, raw dog. How's your night going, man? Thank you so much for the tier 1 gifted sub. Really do appreciate it, man. Priest, go ahead and enjoy that gifted sub. Oh man, how's your night going, hot dog, raw dog? Hope you're doing well, dude. Ended the story of Fëanor, and made trillions. Thanks, bud. Oh, he hasn't. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so angry about it because they just could have fucking taken the Silmarillion. I wonder what sort of... Because I think there was a very limited aspect in terms of, like, what rights they had I don't know if they had the Silmarillion or not in terms of what they could, or what they had the rights to produce, if that makes sense. I wish that would have made perfect sense if they did. If they had access to do the Silmarillion and they didn't, they're idiots. They're morons. So Warner Brothers still retains the rights to the movies, like not to the movies, but to the actual Hobbit and Lord of the Rings IP directly in terms of putting out content around that. But they decided to sell the rights for like the second age of Lord of the Rings lore to Amazon so that they could do their own show. It was a really weird deal that they had made with either Warner Brothers or Warner Brothers and the Tolkien estate. And it was bizarre. It was really weird for them to do what they did with Amazon instead of just having Warner Brothers do a show, right? Because Warner Brothers could have done their own like Silmarillion show or something else like that, but instead they didn't. And instead, like the rights for like the second age or first age were sold off to Amazon to do whatever the fuck they want. It was a weird situation. It's the most expensive show of all time. Yes, absolutely. I guarantee you they lost money with that. Why wouldn't you shell out a tiny bit more for the license for the Silmarillion and do Feanor's story? Feanor's story is awesome. And it involved Galadriel and Glorfindel and Elrond. Like, they could have all been there. Feanor is one of my favorite characters in all of literature. Really? I did not know that. I'll have to... You know what's interesting? So, like, I've never actually read the books. And maybe I should actually... Because I've been getting more into, like, reading some of this... Like, I've read a whole bunch of the Witcher books, and I've read some of the Battletech books, and those are super fun. But I haven't really done a lot of reading in my life, and it would be nice to actually go back and check out the Lord of the Rings books and check out the Silmarillion, whatnot, so... Yeah. But yeah, as for Amazon, so many wasted opportunities, really. I'm gonna give Sten a sword.
I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war.
What will you do now? No, we'll do this. You're welcome, Sten.
I would thank you for this, if I knew how. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended. Don't you agree?
Aye, absolutely.
Then lead the way.
Let's do it. Oh, Sten loved that. Oh, yes. He's only in the Silmarillion, which I will warn you is hard to read through. Chapters 1 to 13 are readable, but after that it's rough. I couldn't do it, and I have Tolkien's initials tattooed in my fucking arm. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Is it just... So, like, I've heard varying accounts as to, like, what it is.
Why are you here?
Excuse me?
And, like, is it just that it's dry? Like, well, like, what's wrong with it?
Shop or a farm somewhere rather than fighting?
It's like reading a history textbook. Really? Interesting. Kind of makes sense, though, actually.
But it is done. Do not be such a blind fool.
I speak the truth. It is not I who is blind.
Look around you, then.
Ooh, an urgent plea from the Brother Bear. It's something. We got another side quest here.
Women throughout this land, fighters and mages both.
That has yet to be proven.
Which, that they fight, or that they are female?
Either.
So I am not truly a woman to you, hmm?
It's extremely dense.
No?
Okay. It's interesting.
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
Alrighty then. I don't know what quest I completed. Hold on. Wait a second. Oh, was that the... That was the... Ah, that's right. That's right. That was the Civil War one. Strange creatures killing merchants. Be on the lookout while traveling, and it may find you. Okay. Good to know. So, we've completed Sten's mission. What other missions do we actually have companion-wise? Alister. So we gotta go to Denerim anyway. And activate the rest of the mystical sites of power located in Brazilian Forest. Deep. Okay. The beginning of the Silmarillion is legit awesome, though. Written much better than the second half was, because he didn't complete it. Kind of makes sense. I understand that quite a bit, you know. You have these ideas and kind of get bogged down with, you know, everyday life, and you don't get to finish them. It's unfortunate, you know. Did he release... Was the Silmarillion released before or after his death? It's kind of cool to see how he wrote, though. Yeah. After, I believe. Yeah, okay. And that would then make sense, right? Because, you know, he just didn't have the time to be able to finish what he was trying to do. So, it's unfortunate, really. Wrote a history textbook first, and then he edited it to be more readable and interesting. Yeah. Yep. Like, I always feel kind of bad for people when stuff of theirs is released after their death, because you wonder why they didn't release it beforehand, and then you realize, oh, it's because it's not complete, right? So, yeah. So I'm also kind of exploring around here because I'm curious to see if there's any other side quests and whatnot. Because I'm sure I've missed stuff. I've missed stuff all the time in games. Come on, up the stairs we go. Come on. You got anything else to say?
Move along, friend.
I have a gift for you from the Mages Collective.
Oh, wonderful. I always appreciate correspondence from my upstanding friends in the Collective. On behalf of myself and my men, I thank you. I'll make sure the Collective's generosity is reciprocated. On your way now.
Whoa, what quest is that? Oh. Oh, okay. I wasted 10 of my lyrium potions. Shit. Oh well. Hey, hot dog, raw dog. There you are. How's you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Having a wonderful Tuesday evening. What you been up to, man? How's your night going? By the way, thank you for that gifted sub. I really do appreciate it, man. And you did say no problem. So you did speak earlier. I'm sorry. I wasn't actually paying attention to that. But hope you're having a fine Tuesday evening. What you been up to, hot dog, raw dog? Believe I can come talk to this guy about it. Maybe.
The client is very pleased. Come back soon.
Nice. We got some gold. Which might make up for the fact that I had to lose 10 lyrium potions. But whatever. It is what it is. Another good thing from the show, Durin, the dude played Durin, nailed it. I heard that Durin and his wife actually did a very good job with what they were given. Not that it was particularly written well, but I heard he was doing his best, so. Gotta give the actors their due. I mean, they tried their best with what they were given, so. Yeah. The wife was okay. I was too annoyed by her not having a beard. Yep. Yeah, that's true. Because, like, that is token lore, right? Because essentially the way the dwarves are is that everybody in, literally everybody in the dwarven culture has beards. The women have beards. The men have beards. Everybody has a fucking beard. So this whole idea of, you know, dwarven women not having beards is kind of ridiculous, so. Alright, you scared the shit out of me. And to be honest, I actually don't want to be here. I do not want to be here. It's not what we're doing. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and change out... Shit. I'm gonna go to the party camp. We'll change out to Alister, Liliana, me, and Wynn for the healing, and then we're gonna go out to Denerim.
Indeed.
Liliana, Alister, Wynn.
Yes.
There we go. And now you want to talk about the show from Amazon that was not only written horribly, but acted horribly, and actually an abortion of cinema, The Wheel of Time. I've heard that was not good. To be honest, I know nothing about it. I've just heard that people did not like it. Yeah, I don't even know actually what that story is. I've never heard about it until Amazon was trying to put out that show, and it just did not do good. There's Rotten Tomatoes. Although, you know, to be honest, I mean, Rotten Tomatoes has become less and less reliable. Audience scores fairly understandable. 59% from the audience? Is that? Oh, fuck off. Score details, please. Yeah, just 59%. Okay. Yeah, they kept that in for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The dwarf talked about his wife having a beard. Yep, correct. It's weird that they'd removed it for the show. Well, because it's Amazon, right? I mean, Lord of the Rings was done by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers seemed anyway, to care more about the lore of Tolkien than Amazon did. Amazon's just like, yeah, we can do whatever the fuck we want. So, I'm on book 4 right now, The Wheel of Time. It's so good, but wow, did they fucking ruin the adaptation of it. You can tell that the people writing it legit hate the source material. Really? So, like, was it even remotely close to what it is in the books? Because I mean, that for me, like, is always the biggest, the biggest tell as to whether or not a show is good is like how close it is to the source material versus how close it, you know, like even like I look at the Bourne Identity movies, they're great, but I found out years later that it's actually not really how it's written, how it's done in the books. So, yeah. The basic plot, sure. Okay. At least they kind of had the basic plot. But I mean, like I was trying to, like, for me, like the Halo show, I've seen clips from that. I've read what the plot synopsis is, and it is not Halo in any way, shape, and form. He's not Master Chief. She's not Cortana. Blue Team's not there. Like, this is just some random bullshit that was written up for the show because they wanted to. The writers wanted to write some random bullshit for their own thing. They didn't care about the actual source material at all. It was a bullshit show. And a lot of normies are like, ooh, it looks great and wonderful. I really love it. No, it's bullshit. So. But it's so wrong comparatively. So many important things change for zero reason. Yep. I mean, I was trying to, like, because I was having this discussion with a coworker, particularly about, like, the Halo show. Just from my perspective, right? Because that's the one that I know really well. I don't know the Wheel of Time by comparison. But, like, it'd be like if they made a Harry Potter adaptation, but, like, all of the details of Harry Potter's wrong. Like, Ron and Hermione are completely gone. It's just about Dumbledore, who's a wizard in a castle that's called Hogwarts, and Harry Potter is his apprentice. Technically accurate, but, like, there's no classes, there's no other students. He's just the only student, and he's essentially the apprentice to Dumbledore, and he's got to fight Voldemort. And they only got those 3 points right, and everything else is wrong. Like, that would be, like, comparatively speaking, as to, like, how bad it was with the Halo show. Because what do they get? John is Master Chief. Cortana is an AI made from Catherine Halsey, and that's it. You know? So, like, everything else they got completely wrong with the Halo show. And I'm sure they probably did the same thing with Wheel of Time. That's essentially what they did with Amazon's Rings of Power, you know? So there was so many wrong things just going on there just because they didn't care about the source material. So, exactly. Same shit. Exactly. But worse. Yep. 100%. So, it's the reason why I don't know how you felt about The Witcher. I really liked the first Witcher season. I thought they actually did a fairly good job of adapting the what's it called, The Last Wish book, where it's essentially a whole bunch of short stories. And from me reading that book, it made a lot of sense. There was a lot of things that I recognized from the book, and the changes that they made relative sense. Like, there were minor changes and things that sort of like made sense with how they were telling the story. But then when you get to the second season, where it's supposed to be based off of the Blood of the Elves book, which I had read just before the second season came out, and they changed so much. Like, the entire main plot line, they decided to reduce to a minor subplot, and they instead tried to create this sort of like Baba Yaga, like dark elf, what are they called? A Wild Hunt connection there. And it was bizarre. It made zero sense. People who didn't read the books, I'm sure they liked it because like, oh yeah, this is good. But like, I'm sitting here looking like, where's the story coming from? It makes no sense. Where's this idea that fire magic is somehow consuming of all, like that is not a thing in the Witcher books, at least from the 3 that I've read. Right, I've read 3 of the Witcher books, and none of them sort of have this idea that somehow fire magic consumes all. Kind of makes sense, but I mean, that's not indicated in the books in any way, shape, and form. Yeah, no, something was absolutely off. And with Henry Cavill actually leaving the show after season 3, because they're making a season 3, but Henry Cavill's like had enough, and he's a huge fan of the books, right? He was a fan of the games, and then he's read the books, and then when they came out with the when they announced that they were going to do the Witcher's TV series on Netflix, he ran them down and said, I have to be Geralt. So he cares a lot about that story. And so with him leaving the show after season 3, like, you know, they fucked up. So it's just kind of hilarious. So, oh man. Yeah, it just makes me sad when bad things happen to good books and good adaptations. Like, I'm not looking for like a one-to-one comparison, but I just like some form of like following along with the plot and the story, and only making changes where necessary. I feel like that's a thing that we can ask for, right? I'm gonna save quickly actually before I do anything stupid here. That's what I thought. These are weenies, low rent guys. So we're gonna start off with a war cry. Oh, get knocked on your ass, bitch! What the fuck? Alister? Yeah, that's fine. Finish him. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, keep fighting who you're fighting. Okay, I'm gonna pull out a poison. No. Sure, we'll do that. Doesn't really seem to be doing much damage to me. Oh gosh. I keep forgetting. Don't forget to take out the mages. And then win. Thank you for the heal. Here's, take another Lyrium potion, please. Oh, get knocked on your ass, bitch. Liana, please. Thank you.
Right. Going.
Oh, he resisted, but that's fine. We'll take the lesser health poultice. There we go. Sons of bitches. And these guys really didn't have much on them. Wonder if that main guy has something on him. A Magus? War boots. Restriction mage? Ooh. Ooh, this could be something for Miss Morgan. See, Winch's got something good there, but I don't know if Morgan has something that good. I don't think anybody went down, so that's good. Okay, we'll continue on to Denerim. So, my question, Priest, is have you seen any good shows lately? That's the real question. I mean, in a world of shitty interpretations and remakes and whatnot, such as, you know, The Rings of Power, Witcher Season 2 and Season 3, Wheel of Time, the Halo show. Has there actually been anything good lately? Because I haven't watched anything new for a while. Just because everything has not been looking great. Hell, I mean, the Velma show. That Velma show from Mindy Kaling looks like an absolute pile of dog shit. So that's what I've heard. So that's the other thing. Like, I've heard they did a really good job with the first 2 episodes of The Last of Us. Like, they looked like they were almost shot-for-shot remakes from the game, which I think is great. But then from everything that I've seen and read so far, episode 3, it starts going really off the rails. They change Bill's story completely, and then they start doing all these other things to really change the rest of the series. And so the rest of the series seems relatively different. And yeah, it is. It's very unfortunate, really. Chernobyl isn't exactly new, but it was good just to watch that. I need to watch that. I've heard people talk about that show, and I have not watched it yet, which does make me a little sad. So I should actually watch that. Hello.
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
I've also seen a lot of people talk about Arcane, which is that League of Legends anime. I've heard that was supposedly pretty good. But I'm not really a League of Legends fan, so I don't know if I would necessarily get it. But I mean, if it's good, I need to look for some new stuff to watch, man. So it was almost shot for shot the same. They changed the story and the opening slightly to make more sense in the pacing of the show. And I'm fine with those types of changes, right? I'm fine if you decide to make a couple of changes here and there to like match the pacing of a television show, because a show is different than a game, which is different than a book. So I understand when they make changes for those sorts of reasons, right? But when they make ridiculous changes for, you know, politics reasons, or for, oh, we want to just write our own stupid story. No. Shut the hell up. You shouldn't be writing for this stupid show, you know? And yeah, from what I saw, the first two episodes was essentially a shot-for-shot remake of the game, so. Arcane was effing incredible. Doesn't matter, you don't need to be, it stands on its own, and is actually a good intro to the story of League. Really? Then in that case, I'm definitely gonna have to watch that now. And another one that I've actually, like, the trailer looked amazing, but I for whatever reason, I have held off watching it, and that's the Cyberpunk anime that was on Netflix as well. It looked really good. It looked actually surprisingly good. But yeah, I don't know. I've been a little hesitant to get into it.
In the name of Andraste, Bride of the Maker, be welcome in this house. While the cathedral is closed, if you need to make wedding or funeral arrangements, you'll have to talk to Sister Olma.
Did someone die? I remember a funeral.
King Kalen died, remember? along with most of the army at Ostagar. Maker guide them all.
Why is the cathedral closed?
That which you fear, living in the shadow of death alone, I have seen it is only a cloud passing before the sun.
This guy sounds like he's lost a little bit.
Ostagar was staggering. We've had a funeral every day for a lost son or daughter of Denerim, and we've many more yet to hold.
Oh my. What's wrong with your friend?
Are they singing the chant now? It's a funeral, isn't it?
He should have retired to Val Royeaux years ago, but he wanted to stay and serve the remainder of his days in his homeland. It's the lyrium that does this.
That's right. The Templars get addicted to lyrium because they're kind of forced to as part of their training. Lyrium did this to him. Why doesn't he stop taking it?
He wouldn't be a Templar anymore.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter.
He doesn't forget who he is, even if he can't remember anything else.
Poor guy. Well, I'll come back later.
May the light of the Maker guide your steps.
I have some... Oh, hello. I have some strong opinions on that anime, to be honest. Arcane blows it out of the water. Arcane is the closest to perfection of a video game adaptation that I can think of. Oh, I also watched The Legend of Vox, Machina Season 2. What is... I've heard of that. Hold on. That sounds familiar, but I actually don't remember if I've seen trailers for that or not. So Vox... Legend of Vox Machina. Oh, that looks interesting. Is it tied to a show or a game or something? Because it looks sort of familiar, but not. It's weird. Oh, it's based on the first campaign of D&D. Oh, Critical Role. It's not D&D, but the D&D web series Critical Role. That's interesting. That's kind of a cool idea. And while I obviously prefer Critical Role Campaign 1, it's still pretty good. It's the animated adaptation of Campaign 1 of Critical Role. That's actually pretty cool. That's actually really cool. That's awesome. I don't have Amazon though, so I'll probably just go buy the DVDs or something for it. It's extremely truncated, obviously, but a decent adaptation nonetheless. Nice. That's very cool. See, that's what I mean. I'm perfectly fine with them like truncating things or changing things as long as it's a good adaptation, right? As long as it matches the story points. As long as it matches, as long as they're not making stupid changes for dumb reasons, I'm fine with that. That's cool. That's awesome. I love to see good adaptations of things that are out there. So. Did I need to speak to Master Ignacio? I don't actually remember. And travel to the Rockland Forest and slay the Cabal of Malficarum. I have not been able to do this one yet. Notice of termination. Find the remaining 2 of them can be found in Denerim. The others... there we go. But legit, Arcane needs to be the top of your list. Definitely. No, absolutely. That's on the top of my list to watch for sure. Because like lately, I've been just rewatching old shows that I really like. You know, so like I rewatched Frasier. I've been rewatching, gosh, there was an anime that I rewatched recently, and for whatever reason, my brain is just not, it's not bringing it up. I've been rewatching, Burn Notice, which is pretty good. I've been rewatching a whole bunch of other shows. And, I'll say rewatch Firefly is another great one that I haven't watched in a while. That's actually I should also watch Firefly and Serenity, because it's such a great series. It's so sad that they canceled that show long before its time, dude. Really is. And unfortunately now all... Like, I would be half tempted to say I would love for them to actually have a, like a revival series, but I feel like they would fuck... You know, the writers would fuck it up. So, that would be my biggest complaint about that. So, yeah. But yeah, I've just been rewatching older shows and enjoying them, and they're great.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts.
But it would be nice to watch something new, you know? Because it's been a while since I've watched something new. Where? Hold on. It says 2 are in Denerim. Where else in Denerim could I go? There's the Pearl, the Black Alley, the Dark Alley. There's a dirty back... Oh, it was Dirty Back Alley. I thought it was the Black Alley. And then the Dark Alley. Run down back street. But where? There's the Royal Palace. Arl of Denerim's estate. Man, I want you to binge Arcane tonight and talk to me tomorrow about it. That's how good it is. Really? Wow. I've been rewatching King of the Hill. Nice. Nice. That's a fun show. It's been years since I've actually seen it.
My sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
Yes, let's do that.
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister.
Okay, don't dwell on it.
Now I'm babbling.
Yes,
Maybe
you are.
We should go.
Yes.
Go. Let's just go.
What are you, 12? Come on, man.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
Oh my gosh.
Not here to have any wash done. My name's Alister. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Gordana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
He's telling you the truth. Listen to him.
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle.
Them's at the
I told
castle.
them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
And that's hardly Alistair's fault now, is it?
And who in the Maker's name are you? Some dwarf carrying all his riches, I expect?
Hey, don't speak to him that way. He's my friend. And a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden, too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Goldana, Alistair came here hoping to find his family.
Well? So he's found it. I'm his sister. But what are you to me, boy? Except the one who took my mother away,
You think I wished her dead? I never wanted that. I didn't have the life you think I did, Goldana.
I suppose not. A bastard is still a bastard, isn't he? But Brother or no, I've got 5 mouths to feed and no time to spare until they are.
And let me promise you this, Goldana. I'll do whatever I can, speak to whomever I have to ensure you and your children are taken care of.
That sounds all well and fine. But you'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly hold my breath.
You have my promise. I can't give you more than that. Let's go. I want to go. Goodbye, sister.
Sad.
Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I lived up to my promise, I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
Do this. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry it turned out like this.
Yes, I'm sorry too. I guess I should have known better. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Poor guy. Hey, where are these other two?
Should we be... Wait, someone's listening.
You sure? Greetings, my lord.
Greetings. Ooh, what is this? Grey Warden poster. Don't believe the lies. Friends of the Grey Warden, assemble! The hidden pearls hold the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. Alrighty then. Nod Noble Tavern. Where? Damn it. Okay, find the remaining 2 of them can be found in Denerim. The other, procuring a slightly rare item from Orzammar. We've taken care of the one in Orzammar. It's just the 2 in Denerim that I need to try and get find. And look at this. I found some mages, or at least one. But you don't want to talk to me, which sucks. Okay, we'll head into the tavern. This is where I suppose we'll just start wandering all over. And we do have a quest here.
My shift's nearly over. Thank Andraste.
Hello.
What can I get you, stranger?
Anyone need any help? Maybe with something not strictly legal? Ew, no, we're not gonna do that. Maybe we will. Never mind. Passes around for prying eyes. Produces a note on behalf of an interested party. Ah, would you look at that? D requires swift action. I have trouble. A few of my more excitable young associates got a little nervous during a couple of delicate handovers. Suffice to say, a little mess needs attention. Life is normally cheap, but if word of this gets out, there will be consequences. My men are under close watch, so I would be most grateful for someone willing to take care of this. Coin is assured. Interesting. Negotiation aids. The trouble of the new blood seemed to find me. I've ruffled some feathers with my alternative tactics, and certain people have found me blacklisted. Sorry, have had me blacklisted by my primary suppliers. So I put this out there to those enterprising friends who want an ally and perhaps a little coin. 15 toxin extract samples will be more than enough to ensure I can continue building support. Oh gosh, he's trying to poison people. Maybe we won't do those. It's just largely assassinations from the sounds, but we're not playing the assassin. We're playing the noble exiled hero. So that's what we're doing. Hello.
I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull.
All right.
Around for me, men.
That was not what I was expecting. Have a nice day. Didn't mean to talk to yous crazies. Open some doors. Ooh, we've got a book here. Ooh, and there's a chest here with nothing in it.
Something I can help with?
You're right, Liliana? What do you know of this place?
Denerim is Ferelden's most important city, yes? This is the seat of power, the jewel in the crown of the king. She is Ferelden's heart. Her walls are strong, but within them lies so much beauty, just like the country and the people.
Alright. Talk about something else.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk about something else.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Nothing. Never mind. The dancing hot dog in the ship. I need to actually add a some sort of animated dancing or... Ooh, yes! Yes, you could. I need to add some sort of animated ship emote. Huzzah. Oh, double huzzah.
Done.
Nice. Thank you. Stuff for me to at least sell. But yeah, I need to actually redo my emotes. I'd love to actually get some new emotes done, created. That's right, Jenna TV's house. Oh, hello.
If it isn't the champion who succeeded in
I haven't
the
actually
quest
spoken
for
to him
Sacred
since
Urn.
the Sacred
I
Urn.
had not expected to see you so soon. I've written to the Chantry, telling them of your adventures. They are interested in having me lead an expedition. What do you think of that? I'm quite excited.
That's great news, Brother Jenna TV.
You made this all possible. I could never thank you quite enough, but I'm certainly going to try. Here, take this reward. I want you to have it.
Hell
It
yeah.
will certainly do more good in your hands than lying around in this dusty house, eh? And if I can ask, have you gone to see the Arl? I have heard no news.
Well, I have. Arleman has been cured by the ashes.
The Maker smiles on us. Thank you. And now, if you will excuse me, I have so much to prepare for. I wish Waylon was here to see all this.
Aye. Item received. What exactly was I given? I think this is Sten's sword. Yep, this is Sten's sword. I'm not gonna have him use it though because his current stuff is better. So we're just gonna keep it on hand for him. You know what's interesting? Like, I don't think I've ever actually watched King of the Hill all the way through. I just remember always watching it when, like, you know, there were reruns on Fox and whatever. Ooh, this could be one of them. Hello.
Yes, make it quick.
I've got a note here from your master.
Strange. Let's see this. I knew it. I gave that man the best 7 weeks of my life. Well, I guess he won't have me to push around anymore.
The best 7 weeks of his life. Alright. You delivered all the 3 notices of termination. Return to the Mages Collective for a reward. Huzzah. There we go. I knew I'd find it eventually. Hello.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to
He's
see?
a tranquil. Aye, I would like to browse your wares. Oh, you've got a good... Oh, hell yes. The Win already has one. That is this good. So I should probably get this for Morgan. There we go. King of the Hill is a great show. They changed writers around season 10, but it's still really good. Yeah. Ran for 13 seasons. Yep, that's right. I don't know why, but the one that comes to mind is the one where Bobby goes to a self-defense class, and all he learns is just essentially the kicking people in the crotch. Oh, it's hilarious. So great. Oh, man. Okay. Anywho. Now that we're done talking about that. Twitch. There's a ring called Twitch. That's actually amazing. Morgan! Yes. Mike Judge is a comedic genius. Yes, indeed. Yeah, let me go ahead and buy these. And these. Makes up for the few that I wasted some money on, so. It's 11 sovereigns, which I don't really have the cash for. What can you make right now? We don't have the elf root right now. Lyrium potion. I'm out of lyrium, and I'm out of distillation agent.
Yes.
That's fine. Yes, I read. I'm pretty sure I read that correctly. But what if someone wants their steak well done? No. I forget what they asked. Well, Bobby, we asked them politely but firmly to leave. That's right. That's right. I remember that. Oh gosh. Yep. That's correct. I can't do his voice, but it's just, I can hear it in my head. Gosh dang it, Bobby. Again, I'm not good with the voice. But it is hilarious. It's such a good show.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden?
Is the market district really that bad?
The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Al Howe in charge. So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering their Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps. But lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot. And Al Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot.
Hmm. So how are they the worst?
With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing the odd bit of drool or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers.
Right.
I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them are the criminals we have to arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it.
I tell you, Peggy. The boy's in right. Yep. Oh, man. Actually, do you need any help?
What? You're serious?
Aye?
Yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
Right. Why did I go southern with that? Well, what do you need me to do?
The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message.
Aye.
I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy.
Aye. Sign me up, Sergeant.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
Right, so we've got that one.
Leave me to my business.
All right. Oh, you're a Mages Collective. Here you are.
The Mages Collective thanks you. Make us smile upon you.
Aye. Thank you. What you got? Blood of warning. While they tend to be careful and judicious in their use of force, the Templars do indeed make mistakes. I understand that several relatives of our friends among the collective will soon become targets of the Chantry, and while I trust that this will not lead to lasting harm for those innocents, I wish to ensure that those targeted are fairly warned and evacuated before the Chantry can send its message. I ask that a noble soul take bundle of vials attached to this missive and find the 4 homes the Chantry is likely to target in Denerim. I'm already here, nice. Mark the front door of each home with the goat's blood from the vials. Those relatives will understand the message and evacuate before the Chantry can threaten them. Lovely. Have you seen me? The collective is saddened at the absence of the great mage Reynold. Our friend has not been seen in quite some time, and our gatherings are the lesser for those of his tales of ribald exploits and the aroma of his delicious twice-baked meat pies. That does sound delicious. I love a good meat pie. Oh my gosh. Can Americans please, learn how to make real meat pies? Not chicken pot pies, not Aussie pies, but actual proper meat pies. For instance, steak and mushroom pie. Absolutely amazing. Please, Americans, learn how to make it, because I'm sick and tired of not having that here in the States. Oh, it's sad. At least my mom knows how to make it. She'll make it every once in a while. Not often enough, but yeah. Anyway, where was I? Reynold was last seen traveling the direction of the Bracklin Forest. Oh, how he did so love the outdoors. Anyone who returns with evidence of the whereabouts of the beloved mage Reynold will be rewarded. Indeed.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. At least we know where the mage's place is. What is happening here? Oh, here we go. So we put the blood on that door. And I think there's another one over here. I refer to meat pies as pot pies. Yes, that's the problem. Is that there's a lot. So like chicken pot pie is not what I would consider a traditional meat pie. So yeah.
You know, of all the mages I've met, you have to be the first one I can honestly say I've really liked.
Why, thank you, Alister.
Aww.
I'm quite touched. I like you too, Alister.
Aww.
I imagine my son would have grown up to be someone like you.
Aww. Alister and Wynn.
That's true. I never have been.
Creating a sort of like a motherly, a mother-son sort of like bond there. That's
I joined
sweet.
the circle at the age of 9. So,
good day.
Do you still like me?
Yes. Why wouldn't I?
My family makes a few meat pies. Nice.
You got away from the Chantry just
What meat pies do they make out of curiosity? Again, I love meat pies. Like proper meat pies. We make a sausage and ricotta pie that is really good. That does sound really good, actually. These other homes. Do I have to go to like different sections of the map?
By order of the new Earl of Denerim, no one is to enter the alienage.
Arl Ho wants to keep the people out, does he?
There's been an elven uprising. Knifeears even have the gall to attack the Earl's only son. Killed him in cold blood.
Wow.
With the whole Urian family dead, the regent appointed Rendon Howe of Amaranthine the new Earl of Denerim. First thing he did was lead a purge of the alienage. It's a mess in there. When things are put back in order, the gates will be reopened. Now on your way.
Well, I apparently gotta do shit to get that taken care of. Okay. There's also an Easter pie that's layered with hard-boiled eggs, sausage, ham, and a couple of other meats, cheese, and just layered like crazy with pie crust layers. And then at the end, like 2 dozen scrambled eggs is the binder. Really? That's interesting. Traditional Italian Easter meat pie. I'm gonna have to look that up because that actually sounds really good.
Turn your attention elsewhere. My business does not concern you.
Oh my. I have something you might be interested in.
I doubt that. Yes, you're right. This is very interesting. I'll take this note from you, and I'll confiscate this lyrium as evidence. You have done a great thing here, friend. Those rogue mages' days are numbered.
Oh shit! Oh shit! What? No! What? Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. That was not what I was wanting. Oh shit. Hold on. Which one was completed? Which one was completed? No. Mages Collective. Crack down small man. Yep. You brought the bundles of deep mushrooms. Nope. You cemented the collective's relationship with the morally flexible Templars carrying potions. Okay. Yep. What? I don't know.
Ah, here you are again. What can I do for you? All right.
I don't know what I... What? Oh, okay, I'm now just more confused than anything else. I didn't finish off that one quest as I thought I did, so I... Okay, game. Okay, can't go there. What if I do... Go out to that city map. Option and see where I can go from there. This is the one thing that I do find a little confusing, because they didn't actually make it a bit more open world. It's hard for me to know which area is really connected to which and where I should go next. Can't go to the Alien Age next, so let's go to the Pearl. I know there's at least one of the quests there. Just reminding me, I gotta make our sausage and ricotta pie again. Well, I'm glad, because it sounds amazing.
Touch nothing. I don't think they clean the surfaces in this place very often.
Ain't that the truth?
That scamp Kylon sent you, right? Glad he hasn't forgotten about us. Welcome to the Pearl. I'm Sanger, the proprietor. Have a seat, get comfortable, and tell me what you need. Every one of my people here is a skilled craftsman, and don't let anyone tell you different.
A skilled craftsman, you say?
I'm afraid. Our rooms aren't quite big enough to share between so many. But we can discuss that in a moment. So what would you like me to show you? The men or the women? Or some of both, if you prefer.
Neither, actually. Never mind. I thought I was here. I thought I could actually talk to you about the quest, but nothing. Never mind. Don't worry about it right now. Oh shit! Oi! Oi! Stop the fight!
What's on your mind?
When? Not now.
It is no trouble.
Out my way. Oh gosh. You!
Turn around and walk, stranger. This affair is for White Falcons only.
By the order of the guard, vacate the premises.
Get a load of this guard. You're telling us what to do?
Nobles want solid, reliable soldiers, not riffraff.
You have a point there.
Oh yeah, I do.
Let's clear out. Don't want to get on Ogren's bad side, do we?
Tell Kylon I owe him one.
You're welcome.
Too good.
Be off with you now, and be glad I only took from you your gold. Fools.
Hello?
Ah, a Grey Warden. And I had heard that all the Ferelden Wardens were killed or exiled from this place. Oh, don't look so surprised. I've seen many of your kind in my journeys, and there is always something odd about you. Huh, strong hands. Could I entice you to leave your order and sign up as one of my crewmen? I could use those strong hands at my helm.
Innuendo much? Your fighting skills are impressive.
I assume you saw that little drama, and none of these poor brutes has ever proven a match for me. They are too clumsy and predictable. I fight with quickness and wit, rather than with brute force and strength. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years.
Very nice. Will you teach me how to be a duelist?
An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of Darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are accustomed to doing battle a certain way, yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better. So we shall call for a drink, and you will honor me with a game.
Alright, what game?
Have you ever played Wicked Grace? It is easy to learn, but difficult to master. You must watch your opponent's moves as carefully as your own.
Alright.
Before we start, the cards must be shuffled. Shall I, or would you like to?
Oh, you shuffle them.
Very well. There. That should
Didn't
be
know
sufficient.
this game had an in-game minigame.
5 cards each to start with, and may the cleverest player win.
Alright.
The Serpent Entwined Dagger. I was looking for this.
Cheating, I see.
You certainly have quick reflexes. I'm quite impressed. And as for me cheating, well, the game does not matter. I just wanted to see if you could outwit me. You have proven yourself quick and resourceful, and I would be honored to pass my skills on to you.
Thank you. Teach me now.
Come. We will need some space for this.
Sweet. Specialist duelist. Pretty cool. Hello?
Yes. What? Is it customary where you're from to give complete strangers questioning looks?
Maybe.
And how is the polite way to respond? Maybe to tell you to go away? And that I'm busy?
Who are you?
They call me Cassavir. I'm first mate on Captain Isabella's ship.
Ah.
More than this, you do not need to know.
Alright. Isabella, the woman who got into the fight in the bar.
Do you lack the ears and eyes? She did not get into the fight. They brought it to her.
Aye,
Some
aye.
of them never learn. If Isabella consents to play a game with you, it's an honor. You do not ask for compensation if you lose.
Well, I should be going. Already met her. She's a nice lady. Right. Let's look at the book. Culture of Ferelden. Very nice. So where does it take me when I'm just out of the city map? Okay. Well, we can head back here. Turn in that quest. We got a fight on our hands. See what happens here.
I was hoping I'd find you. I heard about the Pearl. I don't
Oh,
know how,
that's
but you
who I
got
was
them
going to talk
leave with
to.
No fuss at all. The Pearl's workers will...
Nobody gives orders to my men but me. A little lesson in respect is in order.
I see. Don't bother sparing these louts. Things are about to get messy.
Now
Awesome.
let's see. Which one first?
I want the idiot. Here we go. Overpower him. 1, 2, 3. No bullshit. Okay, Kristoff is down. That guy's down. They got these archers. Oh, isn't it cute that you're running? Can't get away from me.
actually voluntarily attack you? Are they just stupid?
Aye.
Here's the payment I promised. I might have more work if you're interested. But I'm heading back to the market district. Back alleys are just too dangerous for me.
Very nice. Thank you. 2 sovereigns for that. I'll take it. Health poultice. Ooh, he's got a special axe. Nice. I'm curious if there's anything up here. Nope. Okay. I suppose this is kind of sad for me. I do wish that they had actually, like, made this, like, a fully explorable map rather than just different isolated incidences of a map. If that makes sense. Seriously. Where do I have to go to leave? I see. Well, seeing as we've already completed that, let me go to this back alley here and see if that will get us to the other 2 houses. Yes, they are here. Perfect.
Enemy ahead. Watch out.
Oh, hello. And you're stunned, and you're getting beaten over by Alister. And gang leader's down. Everything else should be pretty easy. Where are you running? Where are you running? Thank you. There we go. Sweet. Pick that up. Pick that up. I actually did not see what he had. Oh well. Quest updated. What quest did we get updated, shall we? Denerim. Back alley justice. Eliminate the criminals preying on the innocent folks in Denerim's back alley. You've killed some of the lowlives that inhabit the back alleys of Denerim. There are more left. Okay. Good to know. Notes acquired from the dead or terrified adventurers have directed you to this unassuming door. The house is marked with the initials VM. There's no answer, although there's clearly a light inside. I'm gonna leave because that's not the quest I thought it was. What quest is that? Quaint Hovel. Unbounded. What is that quest? Unbounded. Something is working behind the scenes in Ferelden. The notes you have acquired from the dead or terrified adventurers point to an ancient evil, or at least an ancient man, telling stories of an ancient evil you have caused. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, that's right. That's right. I remember that quest. We're fighting all sorts of notes and dead adventures and whatnot. Hello, Tanya.
Good day.
Good day to you, too. Okay, we're gonna head up here. There we go. I'm gonna wait before I... Maybe we... No. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm also gonna save here quickly as well. You know, actually, screw it. We're gonna complete this quest right now. So curious how much. Oh, no, I'm actually doing good on inventory space. Quaint Hovel. Yeah, continue. No answer. Hello. I would like to speak to Vilm Madden. I'm here to discuss the stories of Gaxkan. I'm not leaving. After a pause, the door unlocks. Okay. I've already saved, so I don't need to worry
Grey
about it.
Warden, isn't it? Strange you would force such a visit in a time of blight. I suppose I am used to inspiring a different kind of seeker.
Aye, you are. Your stories attract them, and then they disappear.
The adequate ones find the beacons, and then I find them. But you are already brighter than the signal at Ishal. Eyes are on you from a very high vantage, Grey Warden. I cannot hide in your wake, but I will not be a footnote. Witness Gax King.
What the hell? Alright, that was unexpected. We'll hit him with that straight away. Shit, I'm stunned. And then what poison can I use? Don't I have some sort of soul rot? What is this? When thrown, the flask splashes soul rot acid, dealing spirit damage to all creatures in... Okay. It's actually not a bad idea. And then... Shock coating? No, I've already got shot. Acid flask? No. 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 What other options do I have? And also, why is there no music here? Soldier's Bane. What is this? Weapons coated in this potent poison drain targets of their stamina, although this effect only works against non-spellcasters. And what is this one? Demonic Poison. When coated, weapons coated in this potent poison deal additional spirit damage with each hit.
And I'm on. Yes, going. All right. Yes, and I'm on.
Right there.
Man, this thing's ridiculous.
Yes.
What are you not using? No.
Of all the...
Right.
He's already using Overpower. Okay, and then we're gonna have her use Lyrium Potion here. Another one for good measure. There we go. Stop with the stunning, damn it! How is he healing? What is happening to me right now? Oh, he's changed forms now? That's interesting.
Good to go.
I need you to take another Lyrium Potion. And another one for good measure.
As you say.
Going. All right. I'm on. That won't stop me.
That's all it is then.
Holy crap, he's doing massive damage. Stop missing!
Going to take a nap. I hope that's okay.
Oh, time to play. Yes, and I'm on. All right, and I'm on. If you insist.
Why are you missing? Oh my gosh. Oh fuck, I didn't realize that Alister was down.
Ready.
Here I am. All right, and I'm on.
Hold on, what is actually happening to me right now? Why am I getting... What are these? Miasma? Flex penalty, attack and defense, inflicts possible penalty to movement speed. Inflicts penalty to attack and defense, inflicts... Oh my gosh. How do I remove these?
Yes.
Can be a lesser entry kit, right?
Oh, you wanna die? Yeah. All right.
Okay, I need you to take another Delirium potion, please.
Make a preserver. You should run while you can. You forced our hand.
And I'm off.
Stop missing!
And I'm off. Yes. All right. Going. And I'm off. Going. Yes. All right.
What is she actually doing? Oh, she is doing damage, but most of it's crap damage. Holy crap, I should not have come here. I should not have come here. I should have come here with a different group of people. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Make us breath.
Ha And I'm off. Yes.
Ready.
Oh, and we're all frozen. That's nice.
Oh, time to play. All right. Going. And I'm on. Yes.
There we go. I'm actually starting to get some real damage on him now.
All right. Going. All right. And I'm on. Yes. Going. And I'm on. All right. And I'm on.
We might not lose this fight after all. Hold on. Uh-oh, wrong group. Yep. Yeah, that is unfortunately the case.
Going.
Your orders?
And then we'll give her another Lyrium potion.
Here I am. All right. And I'm off. Going. All right. Yes. And I'm
Pushing him back is actually pretty good.
And I'm off.
Because at the very least,
Good to go.
both she and Win are not... Oh, gosh, Win's moved up like an idiot. Could you hit him with something like that? Could you healing, and Win, could you please...
Immediately.
Where do I go?
Some more Lyrium.
Yes. Going.
Make us breath.
Okay, and then we're gonna do... do heroic offense. Cast on... And then we'll hit him with that one, Stone Fist. He's immune, really? Oh my gosh. This one do... Caster shields. She's an ally in an aura that completely shrugs off missile attacks and moderation duration. No.
Immediately.
Come on.
Too fast for you.
Make some hits, damn it.
Yes. And I'm on. Going. Yes.
Win, why are you that close? Stop being... Oh, Win. Oh, Win.
Here I am. Not bad, not bad.
Really? I can't even push him back?
Going. And I'm on.
Yeah, this is a bad fight.
All right, going. Yes. Going. And I'm on.
I'm glad I saved. I'm very glad I saved outside there. We did a fair amount of damage, but it just was not enough. Yep.
Immediately. As you say, I shall do so.
Do you really wish to be beaten by an old woman?
How is one to actually fight that? Kind of ridiculous. I'm glad I saved then, at least before I went in there. So we'll come back when I've got a better group for that. Okay, so we've done the back alley. Let's go to the dark alley. We got some people to fight there.
Let's wipe them out quickly.
Alister, could you actually fight your own guy? Like, fight that guy, please. No, not the chest. The thug, please. Liliana, could you focus on that guy?
Where do I go? And I'm on. Yes. All right. Yes.
Hey, how's it going, man? 2 bosses in 1 pog? Yeah, I know, right? Kind of a ridiculous fight. I did not survive it in the least. How's your night going? My night's going actually pretty good. I was actually a little worried. So, like, I've been taking a break from Dragon Age Origins to a bunch of other games, and I came back to it last night. And part of the reason why I was taking a break is I was a little worried about being stuck on the Bronca fight. But I decided to hit... I decided to just power through it, and we did it. We were actually able to cheese the fight enough to kill all the golems around Bronca, and then just focus fight Bronca at the end, so... Worked out pretty well last night, and so, yeah, my night's going actually really well, good, because I don't have to worry about the fight anymore. How's your night going? Hope you're doing well, Varthantos. I'm pretty sure I said that correctly. And I know I've had you explain, you know, just to make sure I was saying it correctly before, but always get to double check. Sorry, I'm so bad with names, dude. But I hope you're having a wonderful night. It is a Tuesday, after all. Ah, nice, you got some gold. But yeah, we completed a whole bunch of companion quests tonight to prep for... Because I'm just trying to finish off side quests before I go and start the whole... replacing Oghren with Alister as the king. So... was there anything else over here? And this is... There we go. Cool. And then we should just need to go to... Yeah, you've marked the front doors of all the 4 families accused of being related to the Blood Mages. Return to the collective for your reward. Yep. I've been playing Project Zomboid, but I want to play Dragon Age Origins, but I can listen to podcasts in the background while playing Project Zomboid. Yes, I know. Dude, I know exactly what you mean. Like the game that I like to play a lot where I can just listen to like a podcast or a show in the background is RimWorld. Really love RimWorld. The sort of like base building and random events which make it seem like, oh yeah, you can sort of like create your own storyline with it. Very cool. But because it's so like, it doesn't require a massive amount of attention, that you can have a show going in the background and it doesn't like ruin your gaming experience as well. And I do enjoy games that allow me to do that, right?
Something on your mind?
I was actually not wanting to talk to you. Please go away. Dragon Age, you kind of need to hear the voices to be immersed. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I'm sure you have your own business to attend to.
Indeed I do. Have a nice day. Oh, I thought there might have been something there. Okay, so, you've beaten Dragon Age Origins before, correct, Larthantos? If you have, I am curious. Does the, interesting. Does the, starting off the quest line to, essentially set up Alister as the new king, is that essentially the, like, the final quest, or, like, the final mission? Or is there still, like, another, like, main mission after that? I'm gonna save quickly. This looks like an interesting fight. Yeppers, like, 12 times. Yeah. Okay. Hello? And there was a damn... Oh, gosh, the traps. Oh, please don't be stunned. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. I'm always a little wary. Have you ever played Champions of Norath? I've not, actually, no.
Yes.
Is it good?
And I'm on.
Depends on if you have him hardened or not. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? He will either decline or accept depending on the decisions you made. Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, at this point, we've used the ashes to save the Jarl. I've tried to increase his companionship, and I've tried to get him to... I just completed his companion mission to have him go meet his sister. Yes, I literally just completed it, tonight. So, it was like 20 or 30 minutes ago.
Just
nice
like
balls.
you wanted.
I don't know if it's just like I wanted. But yeah, I have completed that quest. Champions of Norath is okay. It was on the PS2. Look that up. Oh gosh, I keep forgetting. I have a second browser up just for that. Champions of Norath. Yeah, 2004 video game. Oh, I remember the cover. I would see this regularly at the game store. I'm like, oh, this looks kind of cool. But then I never really got that much into it. Like, I never ended up getting it, but I would always be somewhat intrigued by the cover art. Looks a bit like a dungeon crawler. Interesting. Looks almost like an attempt to make almost like an Elder Scrolls style dungeon crawler. It's interesting. What did you do with his sister? Give her money, or say she's just like everybody else, trying to get money? I didn't give her money. What did I say? It was the option where, essentially I said something along the lines of, you're being kind of harsh, like he's your family, something like that. And then he promised that he would do everything he could to take care of her and her kids. So, I don't know. No, you're fine. I absolutely understand if you didn't see that part. But no, we did not get her any of the money. It was an action RPG. Yeah, it's a dungeon crawler. Okay, nice. I talked to Alister at camp right now, to be honest. Were you compassionate or more stern? I was a little bit more compassionate, if that makes sense. I said, you know, I don't know what to say, I'm sorry, at the end of that, so... The art style of this town kind of reminds me of CON for some reason. I could see that. After seeing some of the screenshots for
We're
it.
about to send the boys to hunt you down. Boss says kill him.
Time for more practice.
Alright. Because, now that I think about it, I was going to go with the sort of, well, that's just how things go, was the other story, but then I went for the other one. The, I don't know what to say, I'm sorry that happened. Oh shit. Alister, need you to heal up as well. Win, please take a Lyrium potion. There we go. Oh shit, I'm down. We're gonna use Shadow Shot on her. What the hell? Crippling Shot. This fight didn't end the way I thought it was gonna end. Oh gosh. I wait until Alister says at camp to see where you are. Okay, okay. Are you trying to make Alister king or marry Honora? I didn't know that was an option. Who's Honora? So I would prefer to make him king. I think it'd be better to make him king. And that's kind of the plan, is to get him to become king. So that is what I am trying to get done. And we're back here at this fight, which is fine. I'm actually okay with that.
Ha! Let's wipe them out quickly.
Oh gosh. No. Win. Well, no. Win. Let them come to us.
Good to go.
Can I disarm the trap? Can I disarm the trap? No, I cannot. Oh shit. He's down. He's down. I think that's it for that fight. Kind of irritating that I have to replay fights, but that's my own stupid fault for not saving, so. It is what it is. Basically, to make Alister king, you have to make him harden to what, so he will agree to become king. If that makes any sense, through the decisions you made through the game. I see. I understand. I kind of get that. Now my question is whether or not I actually, did the right thing. I don't know.
What's next?
Okay, let me go ahead and save right now. Don't forget to save green. Yeah, I just did. I'll set up a bot to say it every couple of minutes. Probably a good idea, to be honest, because I tend to forget. So, can you check his approval? Yes, I will do that as soon as I get into the next section. His approval, I have a fairly... Okay, it's not as high as I would have thought, but it's a decent approval for him. So, there's that. It's like just below the second notch. To the right, so it's kind of close. Do I need a very high approval from him, or do I need to have a bit of a lower approval?
You! We're about to send the boys to hunt you down. Boss says kill him.
Now let's see. Which one first?
Actually, we'll do overpower straight away. One. Don't fucking stun me.
And I'm on.
Do that. Okay, Win, please take one of these, and we'll get back to it. What are you doing, you idiots? Stop missing, damn it. Oh, I love that slow. Higher the better. Makes sense. Anyone else? Yay or nay? No, that seems to be it. Okay. Spirit shards. Okay.
Yes.
At least that fight was better. Didn't die. And we're able to take them out a lot better. Sir Fridden. Ooh. The last request of Sir Fridden.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Oh, no. There we go. Ash Warrior's Axe. Interesting. Not really better than what I already have. I've got the Topsider's Honor, so... Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that one. I still like that better for him anyway. Okay.
Just like you want.
We'll still take it, even if we sell it. Worth picking up. Trying to remember. Was there? Oh, there is. Okay, cool. Has Alister been in your party for the most part of the game? A fair amount. I'd say like 60% of the time he's been with me. Maybe even a little bit more.
Let me be.
All right. Okay, there's really nothing else here for me to do. I don't know what I need to do for some of these ones. Blood Warning, I need to go hand that in. We need to go find him. I need to go kill Morgan's mother. Find and eradicate the Maleficrum in the alienage. Oh, interesting. By the way, how do we get to the alienage? Whoa, whoa, what? Interesting. Deserted building. I feel like I should have saved. Did I not save? I feel like I probably didn't save. That's this might have been a mistake. I'm gonna go back out to the city map and just head back. It allows me to leave, so I'm gonna leave. Don't forget to save. I know, right?
You thought to escape me, eh, Warden? I would prefer to fight with honor, but
Oh,
over
it's
scum like
you.
you, I'll take any victory I can. Men, attack him!
Now let's see. Which one first?
That's right. You were the weenie. you also have that? How did I miss? Win, Denerim up, please. Thank you. Shit, I hate that. Stop being stunned, damn it! Shit. Wind's down. No. Liliana's down. But that's okay. I think we still got this fight. We still got this fight. Please take a Lyrium potion. You, please take a health potion.
Right, off I go. Done. Very well. Right, off I go. On it. Done. As you wish.
You gotta be an elf to get into the alien age early. I see. We got a level.
Off I go. On it. Very well. Let's have at it.
So does the alienage open up after after I start that mission, or is it something else that allows me to get in there? He's had some gold. He had an engraved mace. Yes, okay, okay. That makes sense. Which is fine. Level up. That's what I was doing. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go 2 more into strength, 1 into willpower. I kind of want to get expert coercion. What do you think is better, expert coercion or master combat training? I feel like both are extremely important, but I do kind of want the expert coercion. And of course, the combat tactics is also pretty good too. I'll take that for now, and then I'll go back. Coercion is the optimal play combat you can get later. There we go. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. That has, in fact, answered my question. At this point, we go disengage, or we go resilience. I think I'm going to do that. It's passive. Absolutely worth taking. Both mid-level. She's actually nearly leveled up again. Okay.
As there is but one world, one life, one day.
And after much sweat, blood...
Yeah. Thank you for the gold.
They are sinners who have...
And we need to go hand this in at the Mages Collective as well, because we finished that one off.
The Mages Collective thanks you. Make us smile upon you.
Indeed. Ooh. Mercenary completed 15 job board quests. Nice, okay.
Good to see you again.
Already got all that. Hello.
Good to see you back.
Need any more help?
I've got complaints in the Nord Noble Tavern that some mercenaries have invaded. Nothing violent has happened. The sellswords are probably just disturbing the nobles' rarefied conversation. Just drum the louts out of there. The barkeep doesn't mind some blood. Or sport, as she called it.
All right.
Captain said Denerim won't miss a few dead mercenaries. Do what you will, and good luck.
All right. I will take it. The Crimson Oars. Yeah. What do you think your best squad is? Alister, Wynn, Lily? At this point, I think it's a decent squad. I don't know if it's the best. I just kind of chose these three because right now it was the... I just recently upgraded their... what was it? The... What'd you call it? The approval rating for all of them, so I was curious to see if any of them would trigger any sort of side quests or anything. Which it kind of did with Wynn, because there was a unique interaction, or encounter, if you will, with her. And I was hoping the same thing would happen with Liliana, but I've yet to see that, so... and I had Alister with me just because I wanted to do the quest with his sister. At this point, I think it's Wynn, my character, either Oghren or Sten, and probably Morgan, right? So 2 warriors, preferably with me being the defender, so either Oghren or Sten is the scrapper. Morgan to have attacking spells either through her shapeshifting or magic damage, and then Wynn as sort of like the buff and healer role, if you will. I like having Liliana because she does also have a couple of buffs as well, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like she doesn't do as much damage as Morgan does. Liliana has a side quest in Denerim at a certain point in the dialogue camp. Okay. I will need to check that. I don't think I've done it. Or maybe I have. Hold on, let me... Completed quests. Companions. Oghren. I got Sten his sword. We did the Alister one. Yeah, nope. Okay, here we go. Did I save? Hold on. Yes, I did. Okay. We're gonna talk to this guy quickly.
What are you looking at? We're the Crimson Oars.
Aye. And you're not wanted here.
Oh, you're threatening us. We're veterans of many battles. Who are you?
Hundreds have died in my wake. You're just a number to me.
We were just leaving. Yes, oars, we go to the docks.
Aye. That's what I thought. And I'm pretty sure my coercion was actually, getting that upgraded coercion certainly helped me there, for sure.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's when coercion is nice, yep. Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day.
Aye, that's true.
With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
I would hope so. Kick his ass, Seabass. Hey, all we had to do was to scare him a little bit. And he got the hell out of there. He want nothing to do with me. I'm sure you know the times are getting worse every day. No, that's what he said. How can I be of service? Actually, no. Nah, you will do that. How can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders.
Okay.
I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post.
Okay.
We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Right. All right. Letters from the Blackstone Irregulars. A letter written in careful script addressed to you, to the inimitable Grey Warden. Your deeds have spread since this tragedy of Arsagar, and I find myself in need of one such as you. I, Raelnor, captain of the venerable Blackstone Irregulars, and I hope to win your trust. The Irregulars have come on hard times since the war with Orlais, but I have fought to improve their reputation. Gone are the days of my father's shady deals with unscrupulous nobles in Denerim. No, I have trained a guild filled with honorable men, ready to fight for Ferelden, and I am proud to say that I have seen your Grey Wardens as a sort of model. We are not perfect. My own son advocates for the more lucrative way my father ran the guild, but we are steadfast. It is in this context that I ask for your help, and I promise that we will reward you accordingly. Should you be willing, please find letters in this box and others like it all over the land and carry out the requests therein. For this matter, consider requests from my son as if they came from myself, and thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Whether you choose to assist us or not, you are doing the Maker's work, Warden, and I am honored to work with you. Raelnor. This letter is marked with the seal of the Blackstone Ring. Alright. Lovely. Nice to meet you, sir. Hello. You're a named character.
Good job clearing those louts out.
Alright. Thank you. Ferris Wolfie, how's it going? Love this game. Yeah. A lot of people do. It's a great... It is a good game. Now, with that said, I wish that they would do a remake and update a little bit of some of the combat and things like that? Yes. But I am enjoying it. But I mean, it's certainly starting to show its age a bit. And I would love for them to do like a full remake. That would actually be really cool.
Edwina sends her thanks for getting rid of the criminal.
But thank you so much for stopping by, Ferris. I really appreciate it.
Disappointed there was no fighting. Here's payment. You've helped out a great deal.
Nice.
I have something for you. The Market District is a whole sight better because of what you've done for us. I know this may not be much, but it's an extra thanks. A lot of folks swallow whatever lies are fed to them, but us believers will try and spread word about you and the Wardens. Thanks.
No, thank you. Oh, and he gave me like an extra four Sarens. That's awesome. I love Dragon Age Origins. Dragon Age 2 is a monkey butt, though. I've heard a lot of people don't like it. I understand. I do. Did you like Inquisition? Is the next question. I know a lot of people do like Inquisition. I was just asking that, Ferris. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Inquisition, Lerthantos?
Thanks for the help you've given. Unfortunately, I have more headaches to deal with.
No, that's fine. Don't I actually need to go back to the Mages Collective? Inquisition is all right. Really? What is the issue with Inquisition? Or what is missing from Inquisition, I should say? You know what's actually interesting? I thought Inquisition was like a game that was set like 100 or 2 years into the future. That it wasn't like right then and there, you know? So I do think that's actually kind of interesting.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Fresh from Orzammar.
Let's talk to Master Ignacio.
Another visitor, the Maestro. Enjoy browsing my wares.
All right. Who are you?
Master Trader Ignacio, at your service, good sir. My cousin and I have trade connections all along the seaways. We have furniture, silks, carvings, and much more. Caesar handles the trade stock. I handle other affairs.
Okay. What affairs are those?
Business deals, meetings. Caesar makes it so I am free of the day-to-day concerns of our store.
All right. Aren't you from Ferelden? No, you aren't from Ferelden, are you?
No, I am not. I am a trader at heart. My home is the road. But I was born past the waking sea in Antiva.
Oh,
it has been many, many years since I have seen her. But the road is a better mistress than my home city ever was.
All right. Thank you for the follow. And I don't know why the bot didn't say anything there. That's a little bizarre. Why did that notification not run? A little weird. Thank you so much for the follow, Ferris Wolfie. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to the Green Squadron. Inquisition is too linear for me. It gatekeeps you into making decisions, in my opinion. Okay, interesting. Through dialogue. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. I didn't know that. I haven't really gotten too far into it because I keep threatening. Well, I keep saying I want to finish this game first and then potentially get into Dragon Age 2 before I actually play Dragon Age Inquisition. And I'm kind of known for being well out of date when it comes to playing games in sequence. Like, for instance, Assassin's Creed. I play them in sequence. I think it's probably one of my favorite franchises of all times. But I'm always at least 2 or 3 games behind. Like, for instance, I think they're getting ready to release Mirage. Well, not ready to, but I mean, they're already working on their next game. And I still haven't beat Odyssey yet. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Let alone even played Valhalla. And they're already working on their new game, so yeah. This conversation is a lot different if you have Zevran in your... Oh, you're right, because he's from Antiva. Okay. Can I continue? Can I continue this if I go out and bring back Zevran? Because that could be interesting. Joshua Thrush 44R2. Howdy. How is your night going? Hope you're having a wonderful evening, and thank you so much for the follow. Really do appreciate it. Welcome to the Green Squadron. I don't know why that announcement isn't working. Maybe Streamlabs is shitting its pants right now. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Hold on, good sir. I do have announcements, I promise. I don't know why it's not actually doing that. Also, the recent events are not... What the hell is going on right now? The alerts. Get my properties. Is it broken? What's going on? Bizarre. Can I refresh? Yeah, I've just refreshed the cache on that, and on the, let's refresh the cache on the recent events, too. We got 2 more follows. And even then, that's... But it says on the activity feed that you guys followed. By the way, again, thank you guys so much for the follows. I really do appreciate it. Not sure. Dragon Age 2 is fine in my opinion, but it's mostly side quests. Makes sense. It's great. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm sorry. I'm stream. What are you doing right now? Being weird, and I don't like it. Do that long. Yeah. We'll have... we all have technical problems. Yes, absolutely true. And it happens. It happens to the best of us, right? Technical difficulties occur from time to time. Just go to the dashboard, please. Let me see. Where's the widgets? Isn't there actually a recent events? There we go. Let's see if this will actually show... Really? It's just not... That's so weird. I don't know what the hell's going on. Absolutely bizarre. Crazy. Well, thank you guys so much for the follows. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully at some point Streamlabs will get its shit together. Maybe there's an issue with the Twitch AI. I would not be surprised if Twitch is just having a problem right now. But anyway, thank you guys so much for the follows. I've just... Yeah. Technical difficulties abound. Yeah, no problem. I just came to... I'm just gonna chill and enjoy the game. Hey, I appreciate you hanging out and chilling. And thank you so much for coming and saying hi. Okay, I'm gonna say farewell for now, and I want to...
Be to you, Warden.
And to you too, Master Ignacio. By the way, I apologize in advance if it's a bad Irish accent, but we're playing as a dwarf right now. His name is Durin. We're actually pretty close to the end of the game. I'm just right now trying to do a whole bunch of side quests and whatnot and get some of those cleaned up and done. But he is a dwarf. He's a warrior. And I've been giving him a Irish accent because reasons. And he is in fact of dwarf nobility. We actually just finished the dwarf quest right now, where we put my brother in his place, and I think I ended up killing him. So, but he framed me for murder. So can you blame me? So, But yeah, he's a, there we go. Dwarven warrior. And I'm trying to think if there's a good way to actually show what he's... But I've got Berserker Champion and just plain Warrior set for him as well. So he's pretty cool. Pretty strong as well. So I think he's rounded out pretty well. So but yeah, we are going to quickly swap out for Zev. And
Message for you, my lord.
oh my, who?
More things to deliver. Goodbye.
Good boy. Trial of the Crows. Ooh, is that something for Zev? Oh, that's interesting. And yes, this is my first, this is technically my first playthrough. I played it when the game originally came out in 2009, and I got to the point of finishing up Red Cliff Castle, and then working my way through the Tower of Magi, but was the Tower of Mages? Tower of Magi? I don't know. Anyway, going through the tower and not quite making it all the way through, because I know I didn't finish it. And then I stopped playing, because I'm pretty sure I got stuck on that, the Sloth Demon, where you get stuck in that dream realm. And then I stopped playing it after that, because I got sidetracked with other games. And unfortunately, with many RPGs, I have this bad habit of getting to a point where I can't really progress any further. I get stuck in a bad boss fight or something, and then I can't really go backwards either, so it's not like I can go grind and get up some levels and whatnot. So, years and years later, I decided to put this on the stream and actually try and finish it, so, yeah. Nice, I have played it since release in 2000. Nice, very nice. The whole thing changes if you have Zev, but it's interesting in both scenarios. Yeah, true. But still, I still want Zev with us. Come on. Party camp. Okay, in fact, I'm going to swap out Alister because we don't need him in the party anymore. We're going to go Morrigan, Gwyn, and Zev. And I don't know if I could... Oh, and speaking of which, I keep forgetting that they all have levels. Wrong button. And actually, maybe while I'm here, I should... Sustained isn't aimed as another sustained one. Or we do scatter shot. I think we'll do, because I've been using Liliana as an archer, so we're gonna do that. I didn't realize Alister had a level up too, and unfortunately he doesn't have any skills, so we'll just do the auto level up for him. Xbox or PlayStation? Xbox. I've always been, I wouldn't quite say fanboy of Xbox, but I've had an Xbox since the original, and the fact that everything's backwards compatible, particularly for, well, not everything, but a lot of stuff is backwards compatible from the 360 onwards, and Xbox One is completely backwards compatible for Xbox Series X, so I appreciate that. Now, I kind of hate that Xbox puts in these sort of requirements of, oh no, all the new games have to be installed on the internal SSD and all, and there was that, and they have the Xbox Smart Delivery. Those two things kind of piss me off a little bit, because maybe I'd prefer to only play the Xbox One version of the game and not the Xbox Series X, because it's not necessary to have an upgrade to the Xbox Series X. So that's my only real complaints with the Xbox. But I also like PlayStation 2. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not like a oh, Xbox better than PlayStation type of guy. I'm just like, games are games, man. I have a PS3. I would have gotten a PS4, but they've been putting a whole bunch of PlayStation 4 games out on Steam, so I'm like, maybe not. So, yeah, Scattershot is great for crowd control. Talk. Did I get Scattershot? Hold on, because that actually is probably a good idea for me. Shit, I went for aim. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. We can get scatter shot in the next level.
Of course.
Okay. Anywho, we'll continue the leveling here. And unfortunately, she doesn't have any skills this level, so are the skills stuns a whole lot? Oh, maybe that's what's been hitting me this whole freaking time. Because every time there's archers, there's always this time in which like all of my characters get stunned for a certain amount of time. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But that makes so much sense. Also, by the way, I just noticed this right now. I have 400 followers. Joshua, thank you so much for being my 400th follower. And Ferris Wolfie as well. Thank you for helping me get there. Really do appreciate it, guys. Talk to Lily? Yes, I will. Absolutely, you are correct, sir. Let me just quickly finish the leveling there. Sten even has a level up. Okay. Damn it. Is there a way to make the party camp go back without having to leave and then come back? Oh, oh, perfect. That did work. Never mind. Don't worry, we got it. Okay, let's talk to Liliana quickly.
Something I can help with?
She doesn't seem to be triggering anything.
What's on your mind?
Is it, do I have to ask her about being the traveling minstrel? Or no, that's, the tales. Why did you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled.
Ask about a spy,
When Orlais
okay,
was defeated, and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais, and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
Yeah, it happens. What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecilie let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecilie than my mother.
Yeah. Do you remember nothing of your mother?
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace.
Which I've
They
already
were
given
very
her
rare
Andraste's
in Orlais.
Grace.
But enough about that. Let us move on.
Indeed.
Something I can help with?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
I heard that in Orlais, minstrels are often spies.
Where did you hear this?
Someone told me a long time ago.
And you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards.
Well, what's the difference?
Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably.
Right.
Which do so in Orlais would cause misunderstanding. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
Interesting. Do all conversations and have her approval to a certain level to get their quest. I won't say any more. Don't want to back. Hey, you are totally fine. I'm very lax when it comes to backseating. Unless you're like immediately like turn left now, do this now. That's when I'll get up in arms. But if you're wanting to give me some, hey, you know, maybe talk to Lenny about certain things, or if I'm asking about certain things, I'm perfectly fine with that. So I appreciate you giving me that heads up. And don't worry too much about it. I'll let you know if you're overdoing it. So, but thank you. I do appreciate it, Josh. Patron. What sort of patron?
Nobles mostly. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the Empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite. And in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
Aye. So you were a bard, weren't you?
I have revealed too much, it seems. But it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past.
So that's where you learned to fight like that.
My skills served me well. But the day finally came when I decided to just put them aside. I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to see the Maker brought me here.
Ah, damn it.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to ask. Oh, can you teach me? No, I can't. I unfortunately cannot be a bard. Well, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Nothing. Never mind. I just finished my 78th playthrough and just started Awakening. Nice. Very cool. It's a lot of playthroughs, I gotta say.
On your mind?
Do you like speed run it, or like what are you doing that you got 78 playthroughs, man? That's a lot. I can't think of many games that have even come close to that. It's impressive. Ooh, okay. I had another dream about the Archdemon. You kind of got to listen to all her stuff. I see. It's my favorite game of all time. Nice. Yeah, it does seem to be a lot of people's like favorite RPG.
Yes, me too. And I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think?
I think you're probably right.
You know how some people want to be right all the time?
So many choices. There are a lot of choices, this is true.
I guess one thing is certain, at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
It's kind of interesting that he brings up that again, because I don't remember having the dream recently. I thought I'd already spoken to him about it.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Okay, so, Larthantos, you were saying that I should talk to, him about making sure, like, what do I need to ask him about getting him to be king? Because I'm curious about that. Who's your romance partner? Right now, I don't think I've started a romance with anybody, but Morgan acts as if we kind of had already started one. And at the same time, I've pissed her off quite a bit because I'm a little bit too charitable for her liking. And so she, like, anytime she's with me, it always seems to, like, drop her affinity towards me, so it's not great. About Arleman, if you got to that point. Okay. So I was probably leaning more towards Liliana, but I actually don't know if I've already screwed that up and already kind of started the romance with Morgan. I'm not sure. About Arleman, if you got to that point, at Redcliffe Castle. So I need to ask him about Arleman at Redcliffe Castle, or... Interesting. Because I do want him to be the next king, right? If I can get Alister to be the next king, I feel like that would be the best possible outcome. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I feel like that would probably be the better choice. Well, also makes me curious about if Alister becomes king. He's a Grey Warden, right? And he's got the Darkspawn blood running through him. If he, like, could he produce an heir? Like, does the Darkspawn, like, end up sterilizing when the Warden, are the Wardens essentially sterile? Right? Does the Darkspawn actually affect his ability to reproduce? Number one. And number two, like, if he can reproduce, how would that Darkspawn blood influence the child? Right? Because if he becomes king, I would assume he would need to try and produce an heir of some kind. That plot comes into effect later on. I figured. I figured that would. Don't want to swap. No, you're fine. You're perfectly fine. The question is answered later. Okay, okay. Good to know. So, okay, you know what? Hold on. I'm not going to worry about talking to him right now. We're going to head back out. I do want to go talk to the Antivan guy with Zev in the party. And we'll take it from there. When Zev, let's go. Sorry, see, and this is, I suppose, my problem is that, like, I'm a little too curious for my own good sometimes. And, you know, I generally don't care that much about spoilers, personally. The reason why I have no spoilers in my chat rules is not so much for me, but more for the audience. You know, if people, for whatever reason, haven't played the game or, you know, or don't want to hear the spoilers in chat, that's part of the reason why I have that rule in place. I personally don't give a rat's ass about the spoilers. So, oh, I still need to go talk to Hebron. I don't think I've actually... What? What? Is he not... What? Son of a nutcracker. I didn't think he was gonna actually disappear. Shite. Damn it.
If you have coin, welcome to our shop. If not, move along. Too many refugees blocking customers.
Ouch. Well, I'm not a refugee.
I didn't think so, sir. Too much flesh on the bones. You walk tall, proud. Not
the end, the little boy gave you the message. Okay. Good point. Oh, that's right. The Trial of the Crows. Yeah. Okay. Play the Bon Jovi song. Yep. Well, anything you have for sale?
Oh, yes.
Let's see what he's got. He's got an Ash Warrior Axe, Crow Dagger, Saw Sword. The Saw Sword is actually pretty cool. But I don't think it's any better than mine, particularly with the +6 damage against the undead. Your Legion Bow. What is... In fact, I've actually got a bunch of stuff I need to consider selling. Oh, and hold on. Speaking of which... That's what I thought. Let's give her that, because that's better. That'll do a hell of a lot more damage for her than the Oak Branch. A +3 spell power. Radiates cold, which is kind of cool. +10% cold damage. And cold resistance as well. Wasn't there boots I was trying to get? Yeah, there we go. That was what I was looking for. There we go. Well. I assume this was it, right?
You must be
Ah, there he is, Master Ignacio.
I don't understand what you mean.
Most your age would spend much of their time preoccupied wondering when they might perish. Yet you already know.
Eavesdropping is not considered very polite, dear.
A fortunate thing, then, that I do not consider myself
I hate
bound
that.
by such rules.
Oh, the sneeze that goes away. It sucks. Okay, let me go ahead and just save quickly before anything else happens.
That is not so very different than before, surely. You are an old woman.
One who keenly appreciates that our time in this world should be spent doing what is important.
I have always lived by such a philosophy.
How reassuring.
Shitty sneezes, man. Oh my gosh. They just disappear and I hate it. Anyway, we'll quickly talk to Master Ignacio. I'm not going to actually do the quest right this second, because I actually do need to head to bed pretty soon, so I need to end the stream. But I'm going to quickly talk to Master Ignacio, and I'm curious to see what Zev has to say.
You hear about a note? Maybe we have some things we can talk about.
Just see the conversation stays civil. If this is a trap,
Zevran, is it? You are Talisan's responsibility. Other crows may try to kill you, but in my eyes, you're already dead.
Oh my.
So, you are of no notice. But the warden here, he is of great interest to me.
But you were hired to kill me?
I can't stress enough that I wasn't hired to do anything. An associate was, and he's failed. And failed badly.
I'd like to see you do any better.
Do you take me for a fool? That's a contract I'd never take. A client can always hire more help if the job isn't done the first time. But I am hoping we can make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm listening.
Ferelden is a busy place. Blight, civil war, other mayhem. Lots of people not getting along. Sometimes they really don't get along. Maybe want to do something about it.
Sure.
The people that handle that sort of thing can get real busy.
So you're hiring help?
You could say that. Not many people we can turn to. So, someone that's crossed our path and lived, well, maybe they could help out. Make some coin. Everyone wins.
How does this work then?
I hand you a scroll. You read it, you learn about someone interesting. If you find out something happens to him, something unfortunate, then if we talk again, I give you money for letting me know.
Oh my.
I don't like the sound of this.
You don't like what's on the scroll? Don't do anything. Maybe he has an accident and someone else tells me all about it.
I don't know. This is such an interesting situation because I could essentially do this job for him and essentially guarantee that no more crows will come after me. Even then, that's not a guarantee. Hand me the scroll.
There you go. Makes for fine reading.
You're a cautious little weasel, Ignacio. What's your angle? If you're playing us false...
My dance is not for you. I need to be real honest sometimes. And I can say I haven't asked anyone to do anything. I've just given someone something interesting to read.
And do you think that will save your hide when they nail it to a wall?
You are already dead in my eyes, Horson.
Oh gosh.
Take care
they
that
use
I
Horson
don't
in this
learn
game too.
otherwise. If that's all, luck be to you.
Wynn disapproves. I'm not too surprised she disapproves of that. I mean, taking out of contracts to kill somebody. Not necessarily the nicest of things that could be done. The Nolander Anthology of Dwarven Poetry. That's not what I was looking for. Hold on. Trial of the Crows. The first test. Scroll directs you against a man named Pyden, currently holed up in the Pearl Brothel in Denerim. He is working some kind of scam in the back room. You should look for one of his Grey Warden posters around the marketplace to gain access. Pyden works for Logain and will... Oh, well, this is actually kind of perfect, then. That's actually kind of great, because if he works for Logain, he's probably setting a trap for me anyway. If I went there and completed the mission anyway, that would absolutely be me. The guy's gonna die anyway, so might as well take it. However, with that said, I actually do need to end the stream right there. As much as I would actually love to continue on with this, I do need to head to bed. I've got work in the morning. It is 12:30 for me right now, and I do need to call it. So, yeah. Already got the save down. Let's switch over to this scene. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. It's been a fun night, and it's been a whole lot better now that I can actually focus on doing some side quests and having some fun with the game again. After having a horrible, horrible fight with Bronca last night. So, yeah, it was interesting. Thanks for the great stream, and thank you so much for being here, Josh. Joshua Thrush, 44R. Interesting name. But thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And big thanks to everybody that's been here in the chat. Pre-Sizzle, Hot Dog, Raw Dog, the Nunu, Thantos, there's Hot Dog, Raw Dog again, Ferris, Wolfie, and of course, Joshua Thrush, 44R2. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And, of course, a big thanks to Joshua and Ferris Wolfie for the follows. Welcome to the Green Squadron. Thanks to Original G for the Twitch Prime resub for 44 months. Thank you so much for all that support. And a big thanks to Hot Dog Raw Dog for the Tier 1 gifted sub to Pre-Sizzle. I really do appreciate all that support. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good night, good sir, and you too as well, Arthantos. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed the stream, please consider hitting that follow button, just like Joshua and Ferris Wolfie. And if you guys would like to see when I go live, Twitter, Discord, and the Gilded are the 3 best places for it. The Gilded, there's a weekly schedule for what I'll be playing and when I'll be playing it. Lately, we're right now working our way through Red Dead Redemption 2 and Dragon Age Origins. This week we're doing Dragon Age. Next week we're working on Red Dead, and we're swapping back and forth between weeks. But yeah, so I've got that monthly schedule, and then on the Discord, there's a weekly schedule for what I'll be playing and when I'll be playing it as well. That mirrors what's on the Guild. So if you can join on both, you can join on just the one, doesn't matter. But I appreciate you guys being here. Also, if you guys have missed out on any of the VODs, you can go check them out on my YouTube channel, which is also in the chats. So if you want to see how we got started with Dragon Age Origins, you can go check that out. They're all timestamped, so you can skip around to the different sections as well. So, yeah. But yeah, with that said, let's see if there's anybody I can send you guys to. Let me take a look to see. We got enough people here for a raid. Speaking of Project Zomboid, a friend of mine is playing Project Zomboid right now. His name is OMG's Providence. And he's right now playing his way through Project Zomboid. So let's go ahead and give him a raid. And first let me just set up the raid. It's got a fairly biggish name. There's OMG's Providence. He's a pretty cool streamer. He plays a lot of survival games and strategy games and whatnot. He's right now playing his way through Project Zomboid, and you guys should definitely go give him a follow. And if you guys want to join me in with the raid, there's the raid message. We'll just spam that in chat. And when we get in there. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for some more Dragon Age Origins. But until then, this is Green Leader signing out.